Everything is chaos. Everything is bad. Hi. Everything is chaos. It's, I might have to suddenly disappear for a little bit, for a lot bit. I don't know. We'll get into it. Yup. Anyways, I'm here. Tucker's there. Griff is somewhere. Griff is upset. He had to have a butt bath. I have a drink. Most importantly. I don't have my sticky note written out for easy access. Ah! The thing! It's flash. Oh. Flashfire, thank you so much for the emotional support bit. Words are so hard. And Warburg, thank you for the resub. Oh, it's Naya's Gotcha Day. That's very exciting. Let me write some things down before too much else happens. Banana! Thank you for the resub. I feel like I should go pan for gold or join a flag football team or something. Why? Oh, 49. I get it. I get it now. I was like, why though? I got there in the end. Today's also Huck's Gotcha Day. Oh my gosh! I think that means that Naya and Huck are siblings. I think that's the way it works. Hi, buddy. Hello. Yeah, you're a little wobbly because Dad let you walk too much today. Come here. Come here. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Hi. Hello, hello. Quickly approaching 20 years old. Oh my gosh. It's so old. It's so old. It's probably got a very sweet powdered sugar face. Mwah. Hi. We were able to put his collar back on him, so that means he's got his bow tie on again. It's on me. It's on my side, but... Hi. Mwah. We're finally doing better. Our tummy's doing mostly better. I've jinxed it now. Yeah. Is this the stream? We're just gonna cuddle. We're just gonna do this. Which side is fit? Okay, good. It's old and slow but healthy. I'll take it. Hell yeah. That's all you need. That's all you need. You could take a page out of Huck's book. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah. You're my sweetie. Yeah, the tummy troubles he was having have passed to Griff. And since he's got more wily hair, he has been getting more bath time. And so he just had to have a butt bath. Because of some post-dinner tummy troubles. And so he's hiding from me because he's very upset. Yeah. Yeah. He's my good boy. Mwah. Oh, excuse you. Oh, okay. I was like, please don't be throwing up. Anyway, I thought it was a hiccup. Turned out to be a burp. Hi. Oh, a stinky burp. You want to go be on the floor? There are 3 beds, 2 blanket nests, 2 rugs, and floor. Okay. How about I put you in your big floofy bed? Hmm? Can I put you in your floof? Yeah, Griff has been, like, putting on weight, and it's like, I feel like we're feeding him almost nothing. Trying to get him to lose weight. I don't know what's going on. He's dense, but he's also just, he's getting bigger. Hi. Yeah? Are we happy here? Is this just what we're doing? Is this what we're doing? Has Griff joined us yet? No. He might join us. Let's go hang out. Anyways, how's everybody else doing? We'll find out for sure tomorrow. Jeff injured himself this weekend. And we are 95% sure he tore his meniscus. So that's fun. He's got an appointment tomorrow with an orthopedic guy. Doesn't think it's ACL or MCL because of the movements he can still do. But yeah. So that's that. Yeah. Hi. So yeah, so that's that adventure. He is currently, he is in the process of packing. And so I went and helped a lot. Like, his plan was to, like, go help her all week. And now he can't. So I went over last night. But tonight is, like, load big stuff and, like, ratchet strap things into place night. So, we got some help from some other people. So that way I could stay on the stream. And so they're there. Jeff has a cane. And so he hobbled over there and I took him a fold-out chair. And I carried the ratchet straps. And so he's directing how all that's gonna go. So, and then anything that still needs to be done tomorrow, I'm gonna go back over and help finish things out. Because the truck needs to leave on Friday. Hi. Yeah. I can't imagine this is super comfortable for you. What do you want? Yeah, is my hand tasty? I was handling a whole bunch of chicken earlier. Yeah, it might just be a Tucker and Chat stream. For a second it looked like you were licking your own little progress bar. So yeah, we're meeting our new, hopefully our new vet on Saturday. Both pups are gonna go and get established there. Just in time for their next senior checkups. I'm writing out a list of everybody's past health history, current meds, previous meds, all of that stuff. It's so long. I would commit medium criminal offenses for this dog. You hear that? What are you looking for? Someone would commit misdemeanors for you. Hi. You good? You seem very interested in something, but you can't hear, so I don't know what. You just want to be over there again? Here, let's put you in your floopy bed. Let's see if you want to do that. Or do you want water? Water. I got it fresh just for you. No? No, buddy, you gotta stay in here. I'm so sorry. You are in jail. Because Griff's not up here. Okay. Well, I just gotta keep an eye out for a jailbreak, I guess, over the course of the day. So, this will be fine. Don't push the gate. You could, technically. And I'm just hoping you don't realize that. Yeah. Well, there we go. We did a circle. Okay, I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. Maybe a smidge above misdemeanors. Definitely come with jail time. White collar crimes. There we go. Nobody ever goes to jail for white collar crimes. That's the problem. Anyways, just staring at the ghost. He constantly will just like suddenly like turn to the empty corner of our living room and stare at that, and will maintain eye contact for several minutes before he snaps out of it and does stuff. And I'm just like, what's in that corner? What's in that corner? Anyways. Yeah, Jeff's knee is borked. He's directing, moving stuff. I helped for several hours yesterday. Everything in my body hurts. I'm sure tomorrow will make it even better. So there's all that. Oh, I was gonna start trying to write down what my list was, and then I got a Tucker. Where is he? What are you doing? I'm painting a lot. I don't like that. What was I doing? It's over here. Okay, great. Good news is my list isn't very long today, so it won't take me too long to get it. Oh, and one of the things was Jeff's knee, and I already talked about that. Yeah, so yeah, he's got a meeting with an appointment with an orthopedic guy tomorrow to double check what's up with that. He's supposed to fly out on Sunday. Don't know if that's happening, but yeah, he's got very impressive brace on right now. And yeah, and then a collapsible cane. So, got one of those overnighted. So that's helped some. He did not sleep, like, at all last night just because the pain was so bad. So it was like, that's not good. I hope we finish that game before night. Yeah, that's not happening. I think this is probably a third to last room. I don't think we're close enough for this to be a second to last. But I feel like it's close. Alright. I have all my things written down. Speaking of, though, let's get into it. Let's do it. Hi! Can you just settle down? Just lay down. The more you pace and stuff, the more concerned I get. You have so many beds. Just pick one. Do you want to be in my lap? How can I make this work? How are we going to do this? I was like, oh no, my green screen's weird in the corner. No, that's the shadow from Tucker. Hi, Attack. Hi. Okay. You're too long for my lap as it stands. So what if I put... Okay, here we go. This is what we're going to try. Hi. You're not going to be comfortable if I just put you in my lap. I'm going to put you in here. And then... Taco dog. Okay. Is this what we're doing? We're going to do this? I can't quite reach all of my buttons. Let me move that. Okay. We got this. This will be fine. Yeah? Whacked my hand real good. Okay. Sassy's here. Sassy, did your doorbell cover come? I feel like there was something I was going to say when Sassy got here. I was like, I need to keep this for when she shows up. Don't know what it was, though. Okay, I want that button there. Okay, that's good. And then let's... The camera's gonna go away for a second. Oh, yeah, that thing is still weird. That's fine. Because if there's a dog, people are gonna want to see the dog. So let's go over here. Oh, I can only do it so much. I was trying to tilt the camera down so you could see more of the Tucker. But that's the most control I've got right now. Can Tucker mute Mike if he bumps it? Oh yeah, 100%! The button for it's right here! So, if I suddenly go mute... Okay, I gotta reach that button. Man, this would be... If Griff shows up at this point, we're just trapped. Okay. We got this. It's totally fine. Anyways, yeah, so as I was starting to say, and then I got distracted by so many things. So Jeff is off helping direct how to load this truck and how to ratchet strap everything in. But he can't move very much, so if he realizes they need stuff from here or he needs something, he's going to message me, and then I will have to pause to go do that. Captain also good signal if Tucker mutes James. Sure, why not? No, I think Captain, I'm going to think the stream is dead. Not that one. I will think the stream is dead. What would be a good one for you're here but just can't be heard? Got a half hour sleep last night. Oh boy. Hi, have we realized the flaw in our plan? That this is not very comfortable? Am I in the palace right now? I don't remember. I don't think I am. I think it kicked me out. Okay, yes, I'm here. Yeah? What do you want? Oh, goodness. What do you want? Do you want to be on the floor? Have you realized this is not good? Big yawns.
Where have you been searching all along?
I don't like how much you're panting.
Confessing while I know.
Okay, let's get you back on the floor. Taco dog.
Without a sign, without grasping,
I'll keep you right near me, though. What the
the real question to be asked.
And we're already trying to leave. I don't know what you want.
I'm a sharpshooter.
I don't know what you want. I'm trying to help you.
Hiding both face and
What do you want to be comfy?
all free for you
You just
to
want
try.
dad? Is that the problem, that I'm not dad?
I'm a
Is that the entirety of the problem? I can't
What
do anything
else
about
should
that.
I be?
Just be
Don't
there.
take off my mind,
Just be right there.
revealing
And there he goes. Okay. We're just gonna do a lot of this tonight. It's fine. Who remembers what I was trying to accomplish in the evening? Was it just jazz clubbing to get people's stats up? I feel like it was that. How's it feel to be the spare? I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I'm the spare for Tucker. Jeff's the spare for Griff. So at least we get to share. Yeah, and it's fine. It's fine. I know Dad is our comfort human.
reflecting the
Hi.
truth. It's the only words that to be told.
Like we went outside after dinner, and you did both.
I'm a
So I don't think you've got to go. I think you just want Jeff.
shadows masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to
Yes, fine. It's good.
I'm a
Yeah, I think just jazz clubbing.
chained down
Unless somebody else is gonna remind me of something different. Because we already finished billiards. It's raining. Yeah, because I was in the palace and I got kicked out. I don't remember why, though. I don't remember why I got kicked out. And why I'm allowed to be out and about right now. I'm gonna do it.
I see. What do you want to do?
Let's invite somebody. I know I'm slowly trying to get everybody's... That's it. Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody's things up. Evolutions up. There we go. Like it's fucking Pokemon. Sit down. Let's take... Let's see. I'm trying to remember what we decided my party was going to be, because On got a dope thing. I was going to swap On out with somebody. Maybe it was Akechi. So maybe I take On tonight. Maybe we do that.
Oh.
Sure. I don't remember any other plan. I should have
Hey,
looked.
thanks for coming in.
But you're okay, buddy. Okay, he's upset, but he's laying down. So.
Not a bad place.
You say that like I haven't brought you here before, but okay. Anyways, how's everybody else doing?
Let's drink.
You know how I'm doing. We've got all the dog things, all the explosive diarrhea things. The crepe shop is evil. Oh, it's because it's too tasty for its own good. All dog things. Yeah, Jeff with his knee. Jeff's knee. He like wasn't even like doing anything. Like he crouched to get something like out of the fridge. It's not like he was lifting anything. There was no weight involved. He crouched and his knee cracked so loud I heard it from upstairs, and then he couldn't put any weight on it. And we're like, that's fun. Hi. You're trying to beam thoughts into my head, and I don't know what they are. I would commit medium level crimes, like Joe was talking about, in order to, in real life, have speak with animals so you could communicate things to me. Are you sad? Are you hungry? Or do you have to poop? The three emotions. Yeah, please no more health. Right? I was like, because of course we need another crisis. There's too many crises. So yeah, so he'll go to the orthopedic specialist tomorrow. We'll find out, hopefully, what's up, and what we need to do about it.
That
And
was
if it's
fun, huh?
he needs to be on rest, or if we're in surgery territory. And if he's still flying on Sunday. I don't think it's a brilliant idea to still fly and be hobbling through an airport. But the trip he's supposed to go to, it's like the big annual, like his entire team from all over the world is all flying in for this thing. So it's like, I get that it's not just like a regular trip. So, I don't know, man.
All right.
So that's fun.
Seriously?
What else we got? I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago because James went and did a thing, but I also went and did a thing. So I'm gonna say it again. Hey, if you've not gone to a dermatologist
morning.
recently, to have them do like a full body check to like just like make sure none of your fun little freckles or anything are bad, go do it. I did it on Monday just to make sure because I had the one weird one on my face from a couple weeks ago where I was like, that appeared literally over 2 weeks. That's not good. Turned out to be fine. But I was like, this is a good time to just go ahead and check everything. So I went and did that. Good news. Everything looks fine despite my very Italian heritage and all of the moles all over me. Because, like, I can't see my back. And Jeff was the one who was like, you should go get these looked at. I'm like, oh my God, like, what's happening? No, they're all fine. They're all good. So everybody go do that. Hold on. Jesus. So Mally's coming to help with stuff. She texted the group chat. Just got here. Should I meet at y'all's or E's? And Jeff's response was, yup. So I'm glad I also responded, go to E's. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus, Flash. That is forever away. Are you... Okay, good. Oh, we're going to do your evolution thing after school. That's fine. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, is this about me turning you down? Oh, God. Oh, God. This is going to get bad. Anyways. Let's, okay, well, he's just hanging out with me now. Words and stuff. Yes, so yeah. Go get a skin check. Just make sure it's all good. Yeah, as far as Jeff goes, if he's still interested to get wheeled around, here's the thing, is the way his flights work out, he's got a 40-minute layover between his two flights. If you're waiting for a wheelchair, you're not making that. But also, if you're hobbling, you're not making that either. So, like, I don't fucking know what that's gonna be like. Yeah, he already gets to board pretty much first because he's got stupid status. Yeah, I don't know if he just, like, didn't read it or what, so.
Now, shall we go?
Pacing so
Well,
much. I feel like
shall
I need
we
to-
begin?
I feel like I need to get his pen. So he's more limited, but then he'll be more upset. He tried to get me in the stock market. Lost 5 months of my allowance. Your allowance? What? It's a huge loss, so it's not that bad. Okay, I have more questions. 5 months of, like, your designated spending money seems like a lot. I don't know. Hi, do you need to go potty? Or do you just miss a griff? Okay. I'm gonna try to take him downstairs. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have prepped words on stream for this. Let me get that up real quick. Let's get some words on stream up. And we'll have that. What do I want? This button. Well, I go see what his deal is. Just to make super sure. That button. If you've not experienced words on stream before, it's like a word jumble kind of situation. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what's up with him. I'll be back at some point. I think it has its own music. There we go. I will be right back, hopefully. Enjoy the words, and we'll see what happens. Alright, unless we got any last minute ones, that did it. That killed us. Alright. Back to the game. No, we gotta do that. Okay, great. Alright! We're back here. Oh yeah, my controller turned off. Because I was gone for some.
Oh, yes.
Alright, speaking of things being awful, God, a guy looked right into my soul. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed your little break. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good! Use that word because my portfolio looked absolutely terrible, but awful originally meant something else. I mean, probably full of awe. Oh, I should have the Tucker thing turned off. Oops. Okay.
What is the answer?
What does the word awful originally mean? Probably fucking great. Full of awe. Impressive.
This is it. Correct.
Nailed it.
Ahem.
Flash, don't put that energy out here. Okay. Times have changed and language does evolve.
No way.
It's been 9 months. Why are they still shocked I
Nice
know
going.
things? That feels rude at best. After this winter, you'll all be studying for exams. You can use your time wisely or slack off. I will be slacking off. I have maxed my shit out, and none of this is real. What are you gonna fucking do about it?
Oh, yeah.
I am definitely an impressive guy. I successfully faked my own death to the point where I confounded an entire police department. Yeah, we'll go talk to Haru. I think she wanted to talk on the roof, which is not concerning at all.
I should write something.
Yeah, I'm gonna save before I do this. Hi, Haru. How are my carrots doing? Oh boy. First of all, I'll be here for the vegetables. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll have a conversation. The fact that it gave me 4 options was wild. We were fucking Bugs Bunnying it in the palace earlier, so yes. Give me more of these. Thank you. Let's plant some more. I don't know if I will be able to... Excuse me, I don't know if I'll be able to harvest anymore. But might as well give it a shot. Okay. And now let's talk for real. Came to see
May I
you.
speak with you for a moment, please?
Yes, you did ask me to do this.
Hey, hey.
It's a James! James is finally here. Definitely didn't miss a lot of Not Persona happening. At all. Hello!
Well, hellos, everyone's. Great vegetables.
Good news, you have not missed, like, any Persona, because I had to go take care of some dog things, so Words on Stream was up until just about 2 minutes ago.
You know what? I am sorry that happened.
It's, yeah, we're fine. Okay, you're still
Ev-
moving. Where's Griff?
Everyone fine now?
Who knows, man? I think Tucker's stressed because Jeff's not in the house right now. I think this was a I miss my dad panic more than anything else.
Gotcha.
But, you know,
Yeah.
it's fine. How are you?
I'm tired and exhausted, but doing better than I was this morning.
That's good.
Yeah, progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you, Jen? How are you, chat?
Well, Haru's invited me to her bedroom, I think, and definitely hasn't made it sound like this is very weird and sus after how badly she took my rejection, so I am a little concerned about this.
This is where I hang all of my battle axes. And these are the skulls of my enemies.
Oh, pay no attention to the collection of your hair over in the corner of my scrapbook.
Yes. It's in the open. It's a coffee table book.
I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
That's a room.
This is simultaneously exactly what I expected of her. And also, like, so if you look at 2/3 of it, it feels very much like a young girl's room. Like potentially like little girl kind of room. But then you see the grandma china cabinet on the left.
Yeah.
And that's very out of place. I'm sure it's very important to her because it doesn't match anything else in here, and I'm about to get a big story about it. But
Yeah. You know what this room feels like compared to every other room that your friends have had? This feels like the room that was built for a sitcom, like where you can tell
oh yeah.
part of the wall is missing just by the density of everything, not where the wall would be.
Yeah. Okay, she is being weird about this. I just said, oh, your room's beautiful. And she's like, oh, nothing at all that unusual in here. No need to look around. What? Is there a body in here?
I keep your hair in the china cabinet and a body's under the bed.
I was gonna say, she can hear the heartbeat coming from her floorboards and is afraid I'm gonna hear it too.
Yeah. It's actually rattling the teapot right now.
Oh boy. We're in your house in your room. You don't still have to have your full ass coat on. I'm leaving, but I leave again at the end of this. I shouldn't have it on, but at least it makes a little bit more sense than her having it on.
Unless you play your cards wrong.
No, you're not. Oh my god. Yeah. What do you mean? Let's play dumb again. Not like I've had this conversation with 4 other people already.
Yeah. Oh, leader, would you like to have this rare tea? I found it's in my basement. Come on down. It's really good.
Oh, gosh.
It's in a cask. No, don't worry. It's fine. Yes, this is a mason's basement. Yes, don't ask questions. Come on down.
So I'm gonna say we don't have to wait until 9 o'clock for D&D. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right now because I only have one thing left on my list I haven't talked about before you got here, and you already know about the things I had already talked about, so it's not a big deal. The only thing I have left is I learned a fact that I don't think is true.
Okay, so that by definition probably does not make it a fact. But go on.
No, but here, let me phrase it like this: it is allegedly a true fact, but it sounds bonkers.
Okay.
And I also don't want to test it.
Okay.
So the thing that I have been made aware of is that allegedly a human being can survive, unless you have an allergy, of course, that's the obvious caveat. Can survive up to 10 bee stings per pound of body weight. I don't think I'm gonna survive 1,300 bee stings.
I guess, are they just trying to figure this out based on the amount of venom in a bee sting and like how much?
Don't know, but this is allegedly a thing, and I'm like, no. I think if I got 10 bee stings, I'd be in a bad way, much less 1,300 of them.
Yeah.
I don't think that's real. That can't be real.
I want to see the confidence interval on that.
Right?
thing.
Yeah. Like, who also, like, yeah, it's got to be doing math, because I don't think they were just like, all right, we need someone who weighs about 120 pounds. Go in this room and just start swinging. And, like, it's got to be a calculation based on the venom or whatever. But it also sounds like bullshit.
Yeah. I can also tell you from someone who knows way too much about the medical industry on the like insurer's side that even if you went to the doctor and you got stung, let's say 130 times, let's be conservative here, 130 times, they are not going to count every single one and put that on your medical claim. At best, you will get the diagnostic code for like
fucking
initial
lot.
encounter. Yeah, initial encounter with bee sting, and then like venom as part of that, but some sort of poisoning. And maybe in the doctor's notes, they would have counted it, but they're like that would be so hard to track.
Right?
And so I'm guessing it's just going by like how much venom until it starts affecting a person based on their body weight. Like they have to be extrapolating.
It has to be, yeah. I do like the idea that you would have a code for like there's like it's built into it. It's like 1, 2, and then maybe it's like 1, 2, 3, like 5, 10, and then just several or something.
Mm-hmm.
like a lot, just like a whole fucking lot. Anyways, that's the only thing I still had on my list was I read that and I went, that can't be. Anybody who's seen that clip of Brennan doing the breaking news segment when you're like, hello, I'm 50, that can't be right, that was me reading that fact.
Okay, so here's a fun fact. I just looked it up on my handy dandy website.
Okay.
The diagnostic code for toxic effect of venom of bees, accidental, is T63.441A. That's the initial encounter. If you have the subsequent encounter, that is T63.441S for every additional sting afterwards.
Okay, why does it specify accidental? Is there a code for intentional?
Yes. So T63.442S is the toxic effect of venom of bees intentional self-harm initial encounter.
I have more questions that I knew I was gonna have, that I expected to have going into this conversation.
Good news. The fine people who do diagnostic codes are also amateur taxonomists because they have different diagnostic codes for hornets, wasps, and other arthropods.
Perfect, beautiful, I love that.
Yeah. So, fun fact, everyone. If you ever see that code on there,
All right.
you know it's a bee sting, and if it's an A, that means it's the initial encounter. If it's an S, it's a subsequent encounter.
Jesus. Didn't expect to learn all that. So there you go. Everybody's got this random subset of information.
You know that kills at cocktail parties full of doctors.
No, I'm sure.
T63.44. Oh, the self harm.
Oh my god, yeah. Bee sting intentional is gonna make me giggle for a while.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like used at like research schools, like if you're studying bees, and like maybe they're the grad students who figured out how many stings you can get before you pass out.
Life offers a barrier that reflects all attacks for all allies? What?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah! For one ally, no, fuck you. I've got items and I think somebody else who does it for everybody. So
yeah.
We're gonna get rid of that.
Good call.
What the fuck? Okay, Haru has to be in my lineup then. So it's gotta be Gwen and Haru.
Yeah. I mean, it's so glad that you find me so useful in combat. I just wish you found me more useful in personal matters.
All right. We're here.
Yeah. This is a sloppy segue, but we'll go through it because we were talking about Haru. I had a very new experience at work this week. And
okay.
Leave it to me.
I will start with the punchline and work my way backwards. I broke up with my boss this week.
Okay.
from a work perspective.
Okay.
So basically, the CFO of our company.
I've been thinking about what Akiyama
Mishima, you interrupted my story, you little piece of expletive, because my children are awake.
Tell your story real quick, and then we'll go back to this.
Yeah. So the CFO approached me and basically said that, like, hey, we want to move you out of your current department and into a different department. You're a better fit there. And Jen, you're aware of like all of the shenanigans I've been dealing with at work. But chat, just to give you a heads up, there's another group within my department who is they're not doing a great job, and I've had to drop all of my priorities and my team's priorities to bail them out. And the CFO is like, hey, we need to get you out of here because this is a black hole and we need to get you out of there. But he said it's your choice if you would like to leave your department. And I do actually like my boss a lot. I think she's very good and has been very good at making me a better leader. But I agreed with my CFO. So I talked with my boss about it. She was already kind of aware that that conversation came up with the CFO. And like, I've quit jobs before. I have fired people before. I have been told to, like, I am part of a reorg and my team's going to change. This is the first time I've actually, like, it feels like a breakup. Like, hey, I'm really, like, I've learned a lot from you. Like, this isn't a you thing. I think I'm going to take my team to another department. And that's not final yet. So, Alex, my coworker, if you're listening to this, that's not final yet, and don't tell anyone. But yeah, and it felt like a breakup. And then I was thinking, like, when was the last time I actually had to break up with someone? And it was in D&D. It was in a D&D campaign. I broke up with an NPC, and that was the last time I actually broke up with someone. So it's been a while.
I didn't know where that was going to go, and I was like, be careful, James. So in a D&D game, it's very funny.
Yeah. It was funny because I remember when that game happened. It must have been like 6 or 7 years ago. Jamp like came in from the other room and she's like, "Are you okay? And what are you doing?"
I like that was the order of the questions. Like, hey, are you good? Also, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was awesome. And the best part of the breaking up with the NPC was that my DM, we were in this like very emotional moment, and his doorbell rang.
Yeah.
He had to sign for a delivery, and he had to leave, and we had to pause everything. And I'm like, all right, I'm trying to maintain this energy level until he comes back.
That's brutal.
We had to do it all over again. So it's been a running gag to this point where, like, anytime anything is getting slightly emotional, it's like, oh hey, one of my kids is waking up. I gotta run. And just keep it right here, guys. Just keep it right here.
Nice.
But yeah, all right. Let's listen to what Mishima has to say.
Yeah, speaking of
My
breaking
life
up.
changed. For some reason, I couldn't bring myself to run away back when I saved him. So, I was thinking why that may have been. Honestly, I was pretty desperate at the time, so I don't remember much. But in the back of my head, I was thinking what you would do in that situation.
Why am I wearing this jacket and he's wearing a jacket that looks a lot like the one that I normally wear?
Maybe you gave it to him.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, did I give him my jacket? What's happening?
I mean, you put yourself on the line to stop Kamoshida. And probably other villains, too.
Is Kamoshida the only one you know of? Have you not been paying attention? Never mind.
So, I thought there had to be something I could do myself.
I didn't know how fast could.
Oh, this is the weirdest robot that you've been. That wasn't even regular robot. This was like...
This is new levels of robot.
It really was.
This is the T-1000 of robots. Yeah, I'm guessing the programmers didn't know how fast you would advance Mishima's quest, so they couldn't reference things that couldn't have happened yet.
That's true, but I feel like you could build in some kind of, like, if statement to be like, to reference literally anything. Anyways, it's fine.
You know, I've always wanted to change.
That's why I have your jacket on.
I wanted to go from the dull nobody everyone messes with to the famous world-renowned hero.
Now nobody.
But you helped me realize something important. Heroes aren't heroes because they're famous. It's because they fight for other people.
Hey, I wish I had done this earlier and then I could have you go talk to Ryuji. I feel like that would have been helpful. I think you might still need to talk to Ryuji, but...
Mishima, do you actually talk to anyone else but me?
Yeah.
I never see like you and Ryuji just hanging out.
Oh, God, because Ryuji knows better.
He has the
Back
brain
on
cell.
it, what I really wanted to change was the weak me. The me on the volleyball team who let wrongdoing go unpunished. even though I knew it was unjust.
To be fair, you were also a victim of the wrongdoing. You were getting your ass fucking beat. So, like, I get it.
The cowardly me who looked the other way when people I knew were in need of help.
You were also in need of help. Again, like, you kind of get a pass on that one.
Yeah. Mishima, you're the Moon Arcana. This is sounding dangerously close to justice. You need to knock it off. Stay in your lane, bro.
I only changed because you stole my heart, right?
No, I don't think we actually did it. I think you just looked sad and we walked away.
Huh? So the Phantom Thieves didn't make me have a change of heart?
No, it was actually really depressing.
Really? But you know what?
You weren't worth it.
I
to you that I was
didn't want
able
to
to
spend my 3 turns of soda pop on you. I didn't mean 3 rounds. I mean, I don't think we would have gone through all 4 of us before the fight would have ended.
All this time, I've been looking up to the Phantom Thieves, pretending to be a collaborator. And now, I'm finally able to stop pretending.
No, because you recognize that you're not. Not because you truly feel like you're part of the Phantom Thieves. Don't.
Truth be told, I had given up. I accepted that I was a zero, that my existence was meaningless, but I've learned. I may not be able to change the world, but I can change myself.
Okay, yeah, this feels okay. This feels okay.
Whether I sulk about my inability to do anything, or hold my head high and look to the future, my perception shapes the boundaries of my world. It all comes down to what's inside my heart. I might still mess up every so often, but as long as you're here, I'll be able to stand up again.
I actually leave and go back home in like 2 months, but, yeah.
So, I may not be the best
God,
person around.
you've
You
done,
can
this
feel
is
free
like
to
the
rely on me
ending
at
of
least
fucking
sometimes.
Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King. This is like, the conversation felt like it was gonna end 4 different times.
Mishima, you bow to no one.
And no matter what the world says, I'll be rooting for you. Just like you were for me.
I was not rooting for you. I needed that to be so clear.
Nod. Deep. Guy pours his heart out to you, and you just nod.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I want this
And
handshake
good
to just
firm
like
handshake.
throw him into the water.
I,
Judo
thou hast
flip.
turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the
You know, you're
yoke
not going to
of
get to
thy
hear
heart.
this too much more often in this game.
Thank
To the
fuck.
ultimate
God,
secret
we're
of the
so
moon,
close.
Granting thee infinite power.
Yep. when Jamp would call me, that's what would play when she would call me. And let me tell you how long that lasted.
All right.
Oh, backup members getting XP. That would have been good to have earlier, I guess. Oh well, it's fine.
All right.
Sandalfawn? Isn't that fucking Maruki?
You know what? That's all I can really do for you right now. I'm working on that documentary too. I even plan on making it into a book someday.
Don't do
I
that.
bet anyone who reads about the Phantom Thieves would find the hidden courage within themselves.
Write it, but like do it like a fanfic and just like post it on the fan site, and then like that's it. That's where it lives. That's
Yeah.
the furthest
that
it
means I
goes.
can use that book
Yes.
to change people's hearts.
A very smutty fanfic.
I'm sure you will.
All right.
There you go.
I'm on it.
Okay, speaking
There were
of
these.
smutty fanfic though.
Oh, go on. I'm intrigued. Go.
So E, while packing, has been getting rid of a lot of stuff to have to move less and whatever. And so over the weekend, she was like, "Hey, I've got some stuff that like I was gonna sell, but like you guys are helping me so much. Like if you guys want first dibs on anything, like let me know." And so like there's like a little rolling cart that I'm like, "Oh, this will be great for like my workshop." So I got like a little rolling cart. And a small fold-up table that'll be good for smaller markets. And then there was a pile of books that was there. And I was like, what are these? She's like, oh, they're smut. I was like,
I can hear E say that so like
Exactly.
excitedly, nonchalantly, in equal measure.
yeah. So it's a series. They're all by the same author. And, like, the woman that's on the cover art, first of all, looks badass as hell, covered in tattoos. It's the same woman on all of them. So this lady is having a good time. And she's like, do you want my smut books? And I was like, I'm just so curious now. So I have inherited a folding table, a rolling cart, and a series of 5 smut books.
You know, is this where you got your inspiration for your in D&D campaign smut library?
No, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Oh, what is? Okay.
Oh, but before that,
Please be over. Anyways, I'm not. Everyone wants to know. No, because here's the thing: is I can't tell you because then you know what kind of smut he reads.
Yeah.
And then you'll know what I'm reading. And I can't have my sister know what smut I'm reading. That feels weird. I can't do this.
Okay. You know what? That is very fair because that is something we don't do here. Hey, Sassy, it's getting late. Shouldn't you be going to bed right now?
Oh, God. About what? I don't know. I read the back of one of them just long enough to be like, it sounds like there's werewolves involved. And it sounds like this woman, is like a mechanic. That's what I got. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck's happening here. And then, the one snippet I read, her boss, got arrested for murder, but he didn't do it. He's been framed, and she's gonna figure it out. And there's also werewolves. I don't know.
Werewolves riding motorcycles, you know.
So that's what I gathered from reading 3 sentences on the back of one of them.
Perfect.
So I don't know what the fuck is happening,
let's grab a bite.
but we'll find out. Well, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Get it? Because it's a smut book.
That's funny. That's funny.
Any hoodles? Yes. We need to point out with the fanfic shenanigans that happened before in the D&D game forever ago. I don't know. Ashley provided the list of fanfics for me to include in it. Here's the thing: is I didn't super read them. Because were they smutty? I read just enough to make other people uncomfortable, and that's as far as I got.
Yeah. It's that's always concerning when you say, "Are these smutty?"
Yeah.
And you just become so desensitized that it doesn't even faze you anymore. You're like, "Oh, okay."
I was afraid to read too far because Ashley had conveniently labeled categorized them, and one of them was literally labeled plus 10 psychic damage, and I was like, I can't.
Ooh.
Absolutely smutty. Oh, absolutely smutty. Great. Okay. See, now I'm curious. I might have to go back and find this list again. I just gotta know.
You know what? Let's be fair to E. I think what you need to do is you need to.
Oh, excuse me. It was 10d10 psychic damage, not plus 10. Excuse me. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. 10d10 is a significantly worse number.
Exactly. Yeah.
For after I get all my book royalties.
Well, I think clearly the solution is that you need to pick up other smutty books and then just kind of pepper in E's so that we will never know which one is E's.
There we go. Perfect.
You better be looking forward to it.
Another nod. Another curt nod.
It's I gotta get home and read my smut. Shut up.
Yeah.
Hey!
Speaking of reading smut.
Yeah. I'm gonna read smut on the train. I don't think I've got any books that I need to read. I could read I could read about baseball skills. We could finally go back to baseball. I think we tried that on the first stream and have literally never done it since.
Yeah. That just means you've known how to use your time very efficiently.
Will reading this give me access to anywhere new?
I don't. It should, but at this point in the game, I don't think it really matters.
I'm just trying, if I have to read something right now, I might as well do something.
All right, yeah, then do Chinatown or
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know where the sweets are.
Oh.
There is a guy that keeps popping up on my TikTok feed. That he, I think, moved to Japan. I think it's the only way any of this makes any sense. And so he posts every day, and he's like, he just wanders down the street and finds some local place and goes in and asks them for what their number one, their bestseller or their favorite or whatever is. And he's just going around and documenting eating all of this authentic food, just everywhere he goes in Japan. And I'm like, this is fucking incredible.
That's the life right there.
Right? I'm just like, I love this so much. So yeah, there's some of them I've bookmarked for the bucket list dream trip of eventually getting out to go to Japan. But I'm like, will I still have this list by that point? Who knows? But I like the idea. I like to think so. I did not win $800 million yesterday though, so it will be a while.
You know what? That's what someone who won $800 million would say on a stream the next day.
Exactly. I admit to inheriting a collection of smut books and then disappear forever.
Yeah, she just gets lost into a mountain of smut.
Man, I could... Never mind, I'm not going to say that.
Go on.
My drink is empty, so I would like to fix that. Just so, James, if you got any stories you want to tell uninterrupted, you don't have to worry about me, you don't have to worry about voice acting.
You got it. I actually have the perfect thing, so go on, fill your drink. Chat, I have a question for you. And I promise I will not judge on your answers. If you find yourself in a place like you go to a concert, sporting event, anywhere where there's seats and you have to navigate you have to cross people to get to your seat. When you do that, do you face the people and basically put your front in front of them, or do you put your side to them as you scoot to your seat? I'm very curious what everyone does. And go. All right, Carl is show him the behind, and I'm saying that because my kids are still up. The booty, But yeah, everyone's on the backside so far.
James?
Avoids eye contact. Yes.
James?
Yes.
I need you to know that I had my headset on, and as I was in the other room and I heard you saying, it's like, okay, so when there's stadium seating, and I went, no. And you're like, and you have to scoot. I was like, no. I was like, I knew where this was going. Anybody who says front, needs to go to a therapist. That's what I'm saying right now. If you say front, go to therapy.
All right. I think everyone should go to therapy because I think it's very helpful.
Also that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also a backside person, though apparently whomever is in charge of etiquette and determining what proper etiquette is, the proper etiquette is to face the people you are crossing.
No. Here's
so you can look them in the eye as they try to avoid eye contact with you.
Here's why butt is the correct answer and the etiquette thing is wrong. Is one, just from the basic physiological standpoint, the butt will stick out more than the front. Keep your minds out of the gutter. And so, if somebody's already sitting, theoretically, there are seats also, in front of you as well. So if you turn so your front is facing the people you're closest to the knees of, in your same row, you are running the risk of your butt getting in the way of the backs of the heads of the people sitting in front of you. Now, if you turn around and put your butt towards the people in the same row as you, there is an empty space given by the fact that they are sitting in an L. There's more space there, and you can make sure your crotch isn't all up in the ponytail of the people in front of you. And the people that are in your row can be like, yes, I can lean back slightly to make sure your butt has clearance.
That is a fair and very objective way of looking at it. I also agree, I'm also a backside to the people. I think the only advantage to being the other way and facing the people you are passing is that it makes it easier to find, if your seat is numbered, it's easier to find because you don't have to twist your neck around like an owl trying to find it as you're scooting down.
I guess in my head it was you've been in your seat and you're getting up to scoot out for a bathroom break. I was thinking about getting into it. So, but my answer still stands. I am also the person who when I have chosen my seat and I know what the numbers are, is I figured out how deep into the row I already need to be. And now there's also the idea of, like, one of two things is happening. Is either a lot of the row is empty, so you do need to actually look at the number. In which case, then, you're well beyond the people that you need to be worrying about, you know, crotch or ass. You're beyond that because you're now in a sea of empty seats. Or it's already pretty packed and you're like, cool, there's 2 empty seats right there. Those must be ours because the rest are surrounded by people. So you don't need to be looking then either.
Good to know. You know, I have not recently experienced anything like this. I don't know why it popped into my head earlier today. Right. Like, this would be a good question to ask Chad. That's the kind of day I was having, Jen and Chad.
Oh, boy. Oh, I, like, fully unlocked the thing on my map. That's great.
Yeah, you can take you can take Gwen there now on a date.
Yay!
Hi.
Oh, hi, Haru!
I came to collect more hair.
Yeah, this is also bringing up a good point, is if you're scooting to your seat, if you've been facing it, you do have to fully turn around to sit. As opposed to, like, if you're already butt facing, you're like, oh, I got to where I need, and you can just do it. Anyways.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. That's a very good point. I figured most people would be of the butt facing. I think it was unanimous. I don't think I saw anyone who is a psycho and faces forward and stares people in the eye as they pass them.
Here's what's gonna happen: is I'm gonna go into work tomorrow, and I'm gonna ask this of both Greg and Ash, and see what they say. After I've already been like, if you say front, you need to go to therapy, and now I'm like afraid that I have to be like, hey. 2 things. 1, don't watch my stream from last night. 2, why?
Yeah. So, interesting addendum to that. Would you face forward if it were people you knew?
Okay.
Like, let's say I was at the end, and then Jeff was sitting next to me, and then you're sitting next to Jeff. Would you?
No,
face
you all get to look at my
forward
ass.
Okay.
It's always ass, whether I know them or I don't. I also have a good ass. So, you know what? If I want to just like, hey, stranger, enjoy this for the 3 seconds this is socially acceptable. Sure.
But you're not facing them, so you can't see the look of appreciation on their face.
Exactly. And I don't want to, because then it gets weird.
Oh, now it just starts getting weird.
Now it's a secret.
It's a secret.
I appreciate that pathos. And like on the one hand, like Ashley, like yes, Ashley brings up the point of like, oh, if you trip a little bit, you know, you're much more likely to be able to catch yourself if you're facing them than like, you know, you might accidentally sit on a stranger's lap. I can understand that. I'd rather accidentally sit on a stranger's lap than sit on a stranger's head. If I'm losing my footing.
Yeah. Because if you're facing the people who are seated, I imagine it's like, you know, like when a kid takes a stick down a fence, but that's your butt against other people's head.
Oh my god. Hey, Axe! It's only weird when somebody makes it weird, like saying you're welcome. I want to start doing that. Just like walk down the row. And just turn around, you're welcome, and then leave.
give a little curtsy and then leave.
There we go. That's even better. Oh god.
Perfect.
I like how this conversation prompted someone to check the uppy sauce command that I did make sure was updated today. Oh.
The ginger beer.
Yeah. The rails. Us being on the rails, they were handrails. They were just to get us up into position to fucking take off into Weird Town.
Welcome to Weird Town. Population this stream.
Oh god.
I have good news.
Oh yeah.
Jen and Jeff.
Hey.
So, I have
Why is
formally
Morgana suggesting darts?
I've formally introduced Justin Oldest Daughter and Justin Youngest Daughter to both Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past.
Oh, which is very timely since I think it was last stream we talked about 3D versus 2D and whatever.
Yes.
Okay. I should go hang out with Samiri.
we started off with Ocarina of Time because when I was in Memphis visiting my in-laws, my brother-in-law got his old Nintendo 64 out for his son, and they were playing Mario Kart, which was Mario Kart 64. And I couldn't help but notice he had that golden cartridge in the box. I'm like, that's Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I bet I could show the girls, like girls, this is what I used to play when I was younger. And they were having fun making Link go hiya with the rolls. The Z targeting was the biggest problem.
Yeah.
They were having a lot of trouble with that. And I think it was funny because, Jen, you were saying that you thought it would be the Forest Temple would just freak them out.
Yeah.
The Great Deku Tree was freaking them out, like the Skulltulas that just kind of like.
To be fair, those are terrifying.
Yeah.
I remember being like creeped out by those, but yeah, I know if they couldn't even do the Deku Tree, they should not play anything else.
No. So we stopped. But the one fun thing that did come out of that was that both of them pronounced the Great Deku Tree the Great Dookie Tree. Because I was trying to make Justin, oldest daughter, read the text.
Yeah.
Because she's becoming a better reader, and she's like, "I, the Great Dookie Tree, summon thee," and like I didn't want to correct her because it was just so funny. And then like when she starts like finding stuff like, "Oh, these are Dookie nuts," I'm like, "Yes, those are Dookie nuts." Oh man, look at that big Dookie! Look at that big Dookie stick. Yep, that's a big Dookie stick. All right.
Oh my god! See, this is why I would not have been a good parent. I would have fucking cracked up immediately. That's so great.
So after that experience, when we got home, we have the what is it? The Nintendo Switch Game Pass where you can get like all the old NES, Super Nintendo, N64 games. So we started playing Link to the Past because that was what was free, quote unquote, freely available versus Link's Awakening, and they love Link to the Past.
Yay!
They love it so much. They ask me every day if they can play it more, and they're getting good at it. And it's perfect. 2D is good. You only have a button for sword attack and then item. They're solving puzzles. They are figuring out we're in the what is it? We're getting the pendant of power, so it's in the tower.
Yeah.
And they have quickly figured out the switches that raise and lower the blue and red squares and how it affects all floors. Because they would come up the stairs I can't get out. Goes back downstairs, hits the switch, and it's and I could see them realizing this affects everything. And they're solving puzzles. I'm this is top 5 proud moments for my children.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that the idea of doing Link to the Past or Link's Awakening or something like that was the correct way to go. So yay, I'm glad they're enjoying it, and I'm glad they're doing well and figuring it out and want to keep doing it. That is so awesome. I am gonna laugh about the Dookie Tree and Dookie Nuts for forever now.
When you do your Zooters, just think.
There
Dookies.
we go. I need to go to the Dookie. I need to go to the Dookie Tree. Anybody who missed this stream, next time I do a Zooter seed is gonna be very confused, and I'm excited for it.
And don't say anything, chat. Just be cool with it.
Just roll with it.
Yeah. Gaslight everyone.
There we go. Sassy, yeah, the way you cracked up when Sassy Teller asked if somebody was stupid. No, if somebody did stupid, that was my favorite part. It was not just is someone stupid, it was did someone it was an action. I was gonna say it was closer to the thing you sent me on Instagram, where there was a screenshot of an exchange between a mom and a dad, and one of them I said to the other, we should be more careful with our language around around the child. And I think it was dad goes, what do you mean? And as the little one snuggles into a blanket on the couch, and goes, this is cozy as fuck.
Yep, perfect.
I'm I would die.
But yeah, I am very excited that they're taking to their first Zelda game, and not only are they excited to play the game, like when we're in the car together, one of the things they like to do are tell stories, like when Mario was very big in their life, they would tell stories about like Mario and the Bowser kids, and now all of the stories have become about Link and Zelda. And that has been fun to hear. They're very clean fan fictions of what Link and Zelda do, and it's always go on a picnic. That is what Link and Zelda always do. And I'm like, yes, that's very wholesome, very good.
when two people love each other very much, they go for a picnic.
Yes.
That's what they do. D'Angelo, hello.
D'Angelo,
welcome.
hello.
How are you doing tonight, my good sir? God, I had to think. Yeah, so Friday I did a Friday afternoon stream. I did a Zooter for the first time in forever. It was not good.
But that's not your fault. That was a very cursed random number you got there.
Yeah, the seed wasn't great. I did screw up one setting, and I was very out of practice. We did finish it, though. I think my favorite part is, like, it was going long, and I was like, okay, I'm going to work on this. And Jeff came up. There had been a miscommunication between Jeff and I about what the plan was for the evening, and so it was like, oh, he needs to go get us dinner at this point. So he was like, cool, I'm gonna leave and go do that. And I was like, great. I was like, we still have 2 dungeons I have to do, and then get through Ganon's castle and get through the end of the game. And I was like, cool. He's gonna go do that. When he gets back, I'll put a break screen up. I'll put words on stream up while we have dinner and take care of stuff, and then I'll come back and I'll finish the seed. So Jeff leaves, and I finish the seed. I got through 2 dungeons and the end castle in the 20 minutes it took him to go get food and come back. And I was like, this seed was so bad, and the fact that we were like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll just have to take a break and like come back to it, and just blitzed it. So good. So incredible. It was great. So yeah, it was definitely hard to get back into the rhythm. Part of it was that I needed to switch on my controller at one point. The sensitivity was like, the stick was like, I didn't have sensitivity up and down. It was either on or off. So like trying to do like lining up for like the skip that I do in the Dookie Tree basement. You know, like was impossible. So after I switched controllers, it got a little bit better, but.
That's good. Well, I mean, the up and down sensitivity not only affecting your Zooter, but also a direct quote from that smutty werewolf.
As you were saying it back to me, I went, this is going to be a smut book reference. I set that up.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yep.
Have I become so predictable, or do we just know each other that well now?
It's probably more that second one. D'Angelo, you have a free night? Oh my god, that has not happened for you in forever. I'm so excited for you.
And that you're choosing it to spend it with us.
I'm very excited for the stream game D'Angelo is gonna run. I was gonna play a cleric for it, and then all the cleric rules changed, right? I was like, I hadn't done it in a long time, and I love clerics, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. But we are gonna play with the new rule set. And we've been over on this stream my feelings on that new rule set. And then I saw the updates. I've been kind of like, I think we've been like doing here, like, I will have like a new class to talk about. Like, I learned about all the shit about bards, and I learned all the shit about this, whatever. I ran out of spellcasters, other than Druid. Druids scared me. Druids always scare me.
And in real life, too.
Also that. I started looking at the martial classes. I read the shit for monks. And now I'm like 95% sure I'm going to play a monk in this stream game. Monks are so wildly overpowered in the new rule set. It's insane.
Go on.
Oh my god, Christian's here?
Yeah.
You're real!
You know, Jen, I really hate to say it like this. We're actually having an intervention right now for you.
No. Oh, and Christian said it's because you know you can never live up to Dell. Look, fucking Dell was 1, great, and 2, you did a great job with him. But 3, also, Callista and Dell had fucking beef. But truly, it's just because druids just have like too many things to keep track of. It's spells and wild shapes. Fuck all that. The Dell was pretty great. Dell made me cry when we finished that campaign. So, I miss you too. Whatever. We really do need to catch up at some point.
I don't want to get too far away from D'Angelo's comment about him making all of the villains dateable NPCs to tempt the group. You know, I'm not saying that, Jen, in your campaigns, every villain needs to be dateable, but, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Okay, all right. So let's think about the NPCs you guys have connected with.
Uh-huh.
Do you not think any of them are the villain? What if your beloved Terry, what if she's the big bad?
Well, then this is Emil's path to evil then, Jen.
Anyways, monks are overpowered as shit in the new rule set. So, first things first, much like bards, if they start combat and they're out of, they changed key points to now being focus points. If you're out of your points, you just can have them again. You just have them. Once per long rest, they're there.
They pop their Adderall and get their focus points back.
Yeah. So all of the major so Flurry of Blows doesn't require the attack action anymore. You could do a different action and still do Flurry of Blows.
You can still do Flurry of Blows with not an attack. It's like if you leap.
So right now the rules as written, you can only do Flurry of Blows if you took the attack action. So if you did literally anything else with your action, like feed someone else a potion, let's go with that one. If you did that, you could not do Flurry of Blows. You have to take the attack action. Now, you can do whatever the fuck you want with your action. You can spend a focus point to use your bonus action to get Flurry of Blows.
I imagine this Matrix-like moment where you're using, like, with one hand you are pouring a potion down someone's throat, and with your free hand you're just, like, Matrix punching and blocking simultaneously.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is normal, totally normal.
So, Step of the Wind and Patient Defense. So Patient Defense, we'll start with that one. Used to be like, oh, like that one is just, you get the dodge, you spend a point to take like the dodge action like queued up, right? So you can just be like, I'm doing Patient Defense. It does not take a point to do it anymore. It uses your bonus action, but it doesn't take a point to do it. If you want to spend a point anyways, you also can disengage. So you can spend a point to do Patient Defense, and you can disengage and move, and then still have dodge up.
Mm-hmm.
For Step of the Wind, you can just do that with your bonus action, or spend a point and also take disengage with it. At higher levels, Step of the Wind, you can take someone with you.
That's wild.
Right? Like, I told you guys for our game, when we pick it back up after E is done moving and Sassy's, like, more slightly regular with baby time, when we pick back up, you guys can pick which rule set you want to do for your character. I'm pretty sure Sassy should take the new monk. I have not seen any downsides to the new monk. Everything is overpowered as fuck.
We're going to come back from break, and Emil is just going to be staring at Krilla, going, her power's over 9,000 now!
It's going to be wild. Monks are insane at this point. So I was reading all that, I was like, shit, maybe I'm gonna be a monk in this stream game now. This is so bad. And like, as a DM, I'm like horrified. As a potential player, I'm like, this is so good.
So I hear your monk play. I counter with Callista.
Here's the thing, and to be fair, I guess like Callista, I didn't use spiritual weapon a lot. So like, I'm more mad in principle on that one. Divine intervention is better for clerics now. There is that. I like that. What I don't like about the new cleric setup is that like you have to essentially like choose at the start, at the outset, whether you want to be more of like a Healy cleric or more of like a combat cleric. And like it gives you your proficiencies based on that choice. So like if I choose I want to be a Healy cleric, I don't get armor proficiency and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't like that. I don't like that it's like that they're like you have to pick one and you can't easily float into the other as the situation allows for it. Part of the reason I liked cleric is like, yes, I did mostly play a combat cleric, but I did always have the option.
Yeah.
And now they're just like, nah, you don't get that option anymore.
That's fair. Because even Vasile, who is like, he's basically a paladin. He is a paladin in everything but name.
Yeah.
Can still drop the Heelys in critical moments.
Exactly. So I'm considering being a monk for this thing. The one thing I've settled on is race, or I guess species as we're calling it, a species and heritage and all of that. Is I want to be a Shadowkai so badly, which Shadowkai is dope as hell. The only thing that would change that is if we end up, so anybody doesn't know, when we start streaming this game, one of the things we're doing is we're streaming like part of our character creation. We're doing some of it ahead of time, but we are going to be kind of like randomly rolling for like what setting and what module we're going to play. We don't know what campaign we're going to play. So I have stuff set up where it's like, cool, like this is kind of the generality that I want, but like we might end up in a Humblewood campaign, which is all animals. I got a message from E that was just like, hey Jen, I'm coming over to steal packing tape. If you hear the door, it is not a burglar or Jeff walking around illegally on his bum leg.
Yeah, you might get the woodland creatures, or you might get D'Angelo's World of Warcraft module. Yeah.
I know D'Angelo is like really hoping we get something brutal, like Curse of Strahd and things like that. We'll see what happens though. Who knows? Have you dropped the book? No. No. I'll maybe tell some of you sometime.
For research purposes.
For research purposes. Anyways.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm also running I'm running a Pathfinder campaign, and I need material that can frighten my players when I need to like virtually squirt bottle them.
Oh, I accidentally hit buttons on my headset. There we go. Okay, we got the serious music. Yeah, Griff, I know. There's a person here.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. D'Angelo, if you're still in the chat and you can hear my voice, is there a particular class as a player that you like in the new the new D&D rules that are coming out?
Yeah. D, if you were going to be a player, what would you be doing?
I while we're waiting for type.
Yes.
I still have not read or looked at much of the rules because I just don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I just like it will become my problem when it becomes my problem if we cross that bridge. But for my beloved Abjurer wizard, do you know off the top of your head, or anyone in chat know how much change has happened to my beloved class, or is it mostly intact other than the name of it just being the School of Abjuration to just Abjurer?
So I have not, I think most of the changes to Wizard have come from how spells have changed.
Gotcha. Okay.
I do know that, like, it was already set up such that, like, oh, if you chose, whatever school you chose, you could, like, copy those spells for a reduced price and reduced time. I feel like that became, I think they, like, doubled down on that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been afraid to look beyond the effects to spells. I know a lot of the spells just, like, cleaned up language, but there are some interesting changes to some of them. Not good, not bad. Some of them are bad. Like, I appreciate that enhanceability, they cleaned up the language, and instead of, like, listing out each individual thing, it's just like, hey, pick one of the 5 stats there's advantage on that. You can't do enhance ability on Constitution anymore. That's not in the list. Let's see. Okay, so Pathos just ordered the spells are insane. Now imagine it's conjure minor elementals at 6th level. Lasts for 10 minutes and adds 6d8 on every attack roll. All right. So I do know, here's the thing, is you've said this. I don't know it off the top of my head. I have seen a lot of references to how conjuration, like conjuring creatures to you, apparently those rules have had an overhaul. So I'm having to read this under the past knowledge of conjuring stuff. I don't know if everything else you're about to say still applies, but last 10 minutes it adds 68. Go ahead.
Oh no, Emil's family just became more powerful by virtue of what they study.
Cast that before combat, then on first turn cast Scorching Ray at 5th level, which means 6 attack. Yeah, okay. Because, yeah, it's 3 rays at 2nd level. So then 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, okay. 2d6 plus 68. No, I don't. Okay. I don't think that's how that works. I already disagree with your math, but I would need to read things. I do agree Metamagic Adept. A Metamagic Adept is like one of the best feats to exist. I'm so happy it exists. Let me rephrase this. For Gwen, I'm so happy this exists. I fear the day someone uses it against me, but it's great to have a wizard with subtle spell. It's so good.
It is very good. Ashley, you're not going to fight Emil's father. You're going to fight the things Emil's father conjures.
Fuck, now that you said that, I probably do need a stat block for your goddamn dad, don't I?
Hey, it's your story, Jen. Whatever you need.
With the way things keep happening, I feel like I need to have a stat block for your dad. Like, I'm just picturing the shit that, like, Finch literally running into him. No, Sherry literally running into him. Finch is gonna say something at some point. We all know that.
Yeah.
Well,
here's a fun fact. All of the people in the Dulance house, like the cooks and the stable boys, all of that, they're not actually people. They're just a variation of unseen servant. They're just called scene servant.
oh my god! I love the idea of the first level spell is just scene servant. That's when you get the unseen servant scroll out of a discount bin.
Yeah.
Okay, so Attack has done me a favor and has posted, is this the text from the old version or the new version? That I would like to know. You conjure spirits from the elemental planes that flit around you to 15-foot emanation for... Oh yeah, they also changed how, like, they phrase things like, or originating from you and whatever. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals an extra... Any attack you make. So Eldritch Blast is not attack.
It's a spell.
That is, it is so it is melee shit. Because a spell is not an attack. So that's why I was like, all these things feel bad.
Could you imagine Vasile with that though? Any attack you make gets extra 2d8 on top of the 1d8 psychic that he does, and then by order's demand adds some more psychic damage to. Oh my. Yeah. Oh my! Vasile's gonna be so delicious in this next.
Yeah. Now with a great multi-class, you could have somebody who gets Action Surge and get a bajillion attacks with Conjure Elementals up. That could do some shit.
I wonder if they have like a Sword Singer is still a thing, because I can get conjuration.
Oh, bye, James.
No, I had a good idea, Discord. No.
I love how when you start being upset about it, you come in crystal clear. I don't know how that happens. I think someone like the Discord version of an FBI agent is always listening, and it's like, oh, he's about to say something that is either supposed to be funny or very informative. Fucking robot voice. Anyways, you're back now, if you would like to try again.
So, if you're a conjurer, and then you multi-class into Swordslinger. Swordsingers get multi-attack, so you could still stay within the wizard archetype and get multi.
I'm so glad you brought this up. So I do need to catch up on chat, but so D&D Beyond fucked up. Surprise, right?
No.
So
Jen, please.
here's the thing. It's because of how quickly they were like, okay, yes, there will be a toggle. You keep your old rules and your new rules. Feels like they either already had that planned and went with the idea of like any publicity is good publicity, or they did just hastily add that. And it kind of actually does feel like the second one because of how they've implemented being able to keep access to what they're now calling the legacy stuff, the 2014 rule set and the 2024 rule set, is you can, on your D&D Beyond sheet, multi-class within a specific class. You could take 2 different schools of wizard because you could take the 2024 rule set for like one subclass and then you could add levels in the 2014 rule set. You can, on the sheet, mechanically, not by the rules as written, but how they've set it up and how they've toggled it, is you could be like, I would like to take 4 levels in 2024 Evocation Wizard and 2 levels in 2014 Abjuration Wizard. Is a thing you can do on D&D Beyond right now.
You can make your wizard more wizardy.
Because I've thought it'd be fun. Because I've been like, man, I think there are some classes it makes sense that you should be able to multi-class subclasses. There's some of them that I feel like that should work. Like Wizard is a very good example. I feel like you should be able to kind of be like, cool, I've double majored.
Yeah.
You know, you should be able to do shit like that. I don't think it makes as much sense for Warlock, but I can see narrative use cases where it could make sense. But yeah, there are some that I'm like, you should be able to do multiple things. And now, because they made a fucking boo-boo, you can.
Perfect.
So, there's that. I do like that Sassy says that Krilla's gonna fucking deck your dad. I love that. I love that your dad is universally hated. This is great. This makes me so happy.
I mean, I think it's just the sign of a well-written character. I don't know who should take credit for that. Is that you or me or both? I don't know.
Potato. Good night, Carl. You probably already left, but I'm just now catching up. Okay, I've fully caught up. It won't let me scroll anymore.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. The next stream is just gonna, when we talk about D&D, is just gonna be called to Pathos's idea, pimp my wizard. Like, all right, see here, I see you got a little conjuration going on here. Why don't we throw in a little sword singer there? Oh, that's great. Oh, so good, so good.
And I want to point out, like, I used wizard as the example because that is near and dear to my heart. But like, yeah, the way the thing is toggled is that any class has this ability because of how they have, slap together the ability to keep the old rules. You can multi-class within your specific class if you use new rules and old rules. So there you go.
Imagine that for an artificer. It's like, oh, I'm gonna build this like cool Iron Man armor, and I'm gonna have a mobile cannon too. Because why not?
Oh my god.
I've minored in potions too while I'm at it.
Here's what I'm gonna say right now. I'm sure at some point they're gonna realize their mistake and fix it. For the time being, I'm gonna say, hey, my players, people who are here who are listening, hey, if you want to multi-class within your class using 2024 and 2014 rules, do it. Fucking do it. I dare you. Because there are some things you will still give up because you have multi-classed. Fucking go for it. I'm so curious.
Oh, Jen, that's a challenge, and it sounds like we're gonna have a lot more downtime too. Jen.
Attack singer. Oh, Attack, I know I still owe you information so you can finish building your character. I promise it's been on my list. Everything's just been so bad lately. Everything's just so bad. It's kind of surprising. Okay. So, to catch everybody up who might have missed things. So there was Tucker and his surprise surgery. And then there were the complications from that. And then he has had extreme tummy troubles that have now moved to Griff. We've had all of that. We had 3 major house appliances all fail within 48 hours of each other. I ended up with an unrepairable nail in the side of my tire on my car, so I had to buy a brand new tire. Jeff tore his meniscus over the course of the weekend, so he is now on a cane and hobbling around. All of this is going on. There's so many things. So, Attack, I know I still owe you information, but I haven't had the brain power. We'll get there eventually, I promise, I swear. Yeah, everything is, like, an impressive level of bad. So anyway, so all of this is going on. So, Jeff was, doing his weekly meeting with his therapist. Everyone should go to therapy. Everyone should go to therapy.
Yes.
We talked about that earlier. Everyone should do it.
Especially if you face people when you move past them in a row.
Exactly, especially if you do that. But so he was talking to his therapist, but like, here's like, because they didn't get to meet last week for reasons, and so he was like, catch me up. And so Jeff's like, here's the list. And Jeff made a comment. He was like, because it's a joke I've kind of made too, of being like, it's like, I don't know what, like, I've been saying like, I don't know what being I pissed off. But Jeff made the comment, he's like, I don't know what God we pissed off that cursed us like this, and his therapist, without missing a beat, apparently goes, it's like, I'm glad you are so confident in yourself finally that you feel like a God would take notice of you.
Oh, wow.
I was like, there's so much to unpack there. What?
I think at that point, that's where you go to your therapist, you go, are you okay?
Yeah,
you
right? And like, the way he meant it was like, Jeff has struggled with feeling like he has worth and value outside of the things he can do and produce for people. So like, I get that the idea, like what he was saying was like, hey, like you finally feel like confident enough in yourself that it's like, oh, that something that you deem as a higher power would like take notice of you. Like it was in the context of everything. I was like, this was truly like a compliment of like, I am glad you are this confident in yourself. But also I was like, Jesus fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of a backhanded compliment.
Right? I was like, God damn. I was like, I'm glad I wasn't there, because I would have been like, look, here's the thing, is I have to believe that some kind of god, archfey, something has done this, because otherwise it just means random chance is shitting on us constantly. I have to believe that something is in control of it and has decided fuck you in particular, because otherwise it's just so much just bad coincidence, and the idea of all of this being random actually somehow feels worse. So
yeah, I mean, everyone has their demons. Whatever archfey you pissed off, I have the FBI agent in Discord just monitoring everything I say. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah. Anyways, hi Ashley's cat, whether it's Boo or Naya, I don't know. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Apparently Liz can tell that it was Naya.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh god, which one is it? Like this, I'm very curious. This scene is taking for fucking ever. Like I'm still clicking through it. I haven't read anything. And we're still here. Oh god. Yeah, that feels like the
Thank you very much.
correct. Oh, 3 music notes, perfect. Because we need to get your social link up. Do I need to go back into regular ass Mementos and do some shit? Let me rephrase that. Not that I need to. Are there regular ass Mementos missions that are available to do?
There are regular ass Mementos missions that you can do if you go to Mementos.
Okay. Do it now. Now the follow-up question. Is there any reason that I need to, or do I just get XP and some story, random story progression? Or is there actually any kind of material benefit?
Yes. So I think did you get to the part of the palace where you couldn't progress any further?
Yeah, so it forced me to go in, which was funny because you've been like, before you go in, you should evolve everyone's personas. And I was like, it didn't let me. And then it kicked us out, so now I've been evolving everyone's personas. So that's
So-
the realm we're in currently.
Yeah. Do you remember what the event was that kicked you out
No,
of the...
I actually went over. I talked about that earlier this year. I was like, I remember I was in the palace and I got kicked out, and I do not remember why or how or for what reason.
So I think you do have to go to Mementos to open up other parts of the palace.
Oh,
So
that does sound vaguely familiar. Okay.
It is required of you to go to Mementos.
Okay, cool. There we go. I've been focused on, like, evolving everybody's shit and then seeing Samire, and uh-oh, that's a cord I just grabbed with my finger while I was gesturing wildly.
There it is. There's that random chance happening again.
Right? God fucking damn it. Anyways, hey, where's Tucker? Are you breathing? Okay, you're breathing. Where'd Griff go?
Now it is my turn to step away for a brief moment or two. So, chat, I will leave it to you. Or if you want to share what class you're looking forward to playing with the new rules, or how you want to multi-class with old rules and make Jen's life more of a living hell, let us know.
Woo! Let's see. Isn't there a myth about ladybugs absorbing all the bad luck from people around them? Okay, that's a wild thing that you said that. So I've spent a lot of time outside with dogs who have been having intestinal distress. First of all, before we get to ladybugs, last night Griff woke us up, several times to go outside. At one point I opened the door to let him out, and he just trotted past them, which is good, because there were three scorpions just chilling on our porch. So I, while he was outside, grabbed myself some new cinnamon and put a new cinnamon barrier down so that way they didn't get in the fucking house. But the fact there were three of them was insane. But ladybugs, so I've been spending a lot of time outside with dogs. We've had a bunch of ladybugs around, and they are routinely landing on me. So I feel like they should be they should be absorbing more of this stuff, or they've been absorbing it and then they land on me and they give it off. I'm the fucking bait for it. Maybe. Anyways. Yeah, 3 fucking scorpions. It's been a good what? Will you go out with me again? Wait, what? I could what? Wait, hold on. Is this a Haru situation? I have to read this again. If the key here is showing you what I could do, I need you to watch me again. Okay. That sounds bad. That feels like, we're only at like 6 or 7. It didn't warn me, so I think we're okay. Just
Thank you so much.
music notes. Okay, that's good. Anyways, yeah, we haven't had a scorpion in the house in a while. But we're at the weird part of year where, like, they're getting ready to, like, hibernate. They want to find, like, warm places to be because it is starting to get a little bit cooler out. And I say cooler relatively. It was 80 the other day, and it was gorgeous. And I remember living in Michigan at one point, I would have been, like, 80 would have been, like, gross. It was so cool. I was like, I'm going to put on pants instead of shorts. Yeah. So I'm like, this is the part of the year. We're also getting a lot of rain for so many reasons. They might try to come inside. So I was like, hey, in case you didn't know, if you're in an area, I think it also works for like regular crawling things. But definitely the scorpions, ground cinnamon is a natural pet-safe deterrent. So we have a giant thing of ground cinnamon that is just for our bug repellent. And that you just sprinkle, I just sprinkle that outside, just outside the door. I do that outside, I do that in the garage to lead into the house. And I was like, fucking stay away. And it works! So yeah, at 3 a.m. I was sprinkling cinnamon around our back door. Yep, don't know why. It sounds like made up. It also sounds made up that scorpions glow in the, I don't say glow in the dark. They glow under UV light. And they look like one of those fake rubber things that you would get from an arcade for like 15 tickets. But yeah, they like are very UV fluorescent.
Hey, those boys
Robot!
You know what?
No.
I bet his name is Keith. Keith.
Again! Crystal clear!
Keith, you need to... You're gonna need to knock it off, please.
You know why Keith is
I'm-
doing this? Is because in the D&D game, you guys infested Keith's fucking shop with rats.
You know, you keep throwing this "we" word around. I don't think Emil or Krilla can summon pests. And in fact, I believe both of us were like around multiple alleys. Like we're just
you
going
guys
to be.
made sure you were several blocks away.
Yeah, like hey, like we're not gonna stop this, but we're also not gonna partake.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, Attack. How's your lung, by the way? Since you brought that up. Yeah, it's been beautiful out, but it did get really gross. Like in the middle of the night, I took him out at like 4 a.m. and it was like hot and muggy. And then I woke up this morning and it clearly rained and it felt better. And I was like, oh, I understand what happened now at 4 a.m.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a hurricane passing you right now.
Oh, is there? I'm so like head down on all the other things that are going on. I completely missed there was a fucking hurricane. So okay, that kind of makes sense then.
Yeah, there is a hurricane about to make landfall in Louisiana, and the only reason I know that is that it's going to make its way up to Nashville.
Oh, gross.
And we're going to get like 3 continuous days of rain, which admittedly we need, but not all at once. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I missed that. Between all of my personal shit, actively avoiding social media because of events from last night, that's all I'm going to say. I was like, I don't want to know any of that stuff. And then working 2.5 jobs, I was just like, completely missed there was a hurricane. Okay. Oh, also,
You know what? Go on.
since I'm clearly cursed, me crossing my fingers does nothing. Hey, I would ask for like a little bit of positive vibes, not just for Jeff's knee and for the dogs, but there is a convention that I applied to Vendat that happens in March that I was put on the wait list for. That means they approved me far enough to be on the wait list. I'm allegedly supposed to find out on October 1st if I get into that show. And because of all the things happening with Jeff's knee and the dogs, I could use the income of exhibiting it at a show. So if you could just be like, hey, I've put stuff towards Tucker, and I've put stuff towards Griff, and I've put stuff towards Jeff's knee. If you could also just put some good vibes out to maybe I get into this show, that would be good.
Hey, you know, I will happily channel all of those good vibes and
Speaking of
thoughts.
2.5 jobs.
At channeling all of the vibes.
Yes. You can keep some vibes for your 3 days of hurricane rain, though. You can keep them for that.
Oh, nah, that's it. I don't. I was about to say something, and I'm like, I don't know how much I want to tempt fate here.
Yeah. Don't do that. Keep that on the inside.
I'll keep the inside thoughts inside.
There you go. Okay, Attack. I'm glad that your lung seems to be okay, and you don't have to post things here, but I will ask you later. Since you said you think you figured out what happened, I would be so curious, and I want to know. If you want to share, you don't have to share. You can tell me to fuck off. There's that. Anyways, we're still in this fucking scene. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's time to get going. Truly, this almost became our new buffet scene.
All right.
It almost did. This was our third semester buffet scene. Did we have a second semester buffet scene that was?
No.
Yeah.
She wears the scarf so high. I imagine that's gotta like rub on her chin. Like that can't feel good for her chin skin.
Well, maybe her chin gets cold.
I mean, there's that, but like she's talking a lot while it's like there. Like I certainly wore a scarf like that a lot when I was around Michigan, but I would also make like evil eyes at people and not interact with anybody while I was up there because I didn't want it to like rub and get get fucking rug burn on my chin from my scarf.
Yeah. Well, do you think because he's on the phone, this is how he's picturing her right now? Like Goofy Girl has her scarf all the way up on her chin.
That's true. I did just see her in her gym clothes, so why am I picturing her like this?
Yeah. This has all been in. This is all in his head.
Soft fluffy skirt. That's gonna feel right. No, but it's like no matter what fabric it is, if you constantly rub against it.
Yeah, friction's a thing.
Anyways, answer Flash's drink. How strong is that drink? Not very strong, but I have gone through 1 an hour. So, because I'm already at the bottom of this one. I kind of want to make another one. Hey, James, you want to talk to people for a second?
I would love to.
Do it!
All right. Hey, chat. Remember how I've been telling you that I not so jokingly believe that Just the Youngest Daughter is actually a medieval rogue for multiple reasons, like how she'll have her elbows up on the table and she'll eat food with a knife and just a knife. So like she'll poke things with a knife and eat it, or the casual threats that she makes toward people. She has elevated her tavern rogue persona this past week, where she had a very wiggly tooth, and she did not want the tooth to fall out because she was afraid of the tooth fairy, and for very good reason. We had the same issue with Santa Claus, because to them, both Santa Claus and the tooth fairy are supernatural beings that are breaking and entering into their home, and they did not like that for many years. But Just the Youngest Daughter did not want her tooth to come out because she didn't want the tooth fairy to come visit. And then she suddenly just became okay with it, and she just ripped her tooth out, just plucked it like it was nothing, and she's like, "Oh, here's the tooth," and yeah. So this is evidence, exhibit number 3 of why I think she is a medieval rogue. She is terrifying, and I love her to death, but she is terrifying. She's a terrifying human being.
James, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I have so many questions. The idea that the children are afraid of... Okay, hold on. Afraid of the Tooth Fairy. And then you said also afraid of Santa, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
So now, so I think the first thing I have to ask is, like, do you guys celebrate, believe in for whatever words you want to use here, like Easter Bunny? Okay? Are they okay with the Easter Bunny?
Totally okay with the Easter Bunny.
Okay. God, what else is there? I think that might be the major things. Easter Bunny.
It's every February 2nd, Punxsutawney Phil comes to all the good boys and girls. It's a Pennsylvania thing. But yeah, I mean, they are much better with Santa now. But there was a time when they were younger that there were Christmases when we called Santa and we asked Santa to please leave the presents on the front porch, because the idea of coming down the chimney and basically reverse burglarizing our home was a bit much for our 3-year-old at the time.
I mean, like, yeah, like, to be fair, so I guess here's my other question, is, like, if you've introduced the concept of Santa, of the Tooth Fairy, or whatever, and this is me, this is gonna sound like I'm trying to be an asshole, and I'm not. I have had multiple drinks, so I'm trying to be serious with this question, because I am not a parent, have not been a parent, will not be a parent, for so many reasons, probably exhibited in this question. But, like, if you introduce the concept of, like, Tooth Fairy or Santa or whatever, and, like, there is a reaction of fear at any point, even if it didn't initially start as that, if it turns into that, my question is, like, at what point does it become something where, like, why do you keep up with it versus going, actually, you know what? No, it's, I guess if you're under the age of 12, cover your ears right now. Why, at that point, do you go, do you not just go like, hey, actually, you know what? No, like, it's not real. It's okay. Like I'm so curious at what point it is the idea of being like, no, it's truly okay, versus being like, actually, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it was a thing where we thought it was it was mostly just an oldest daughter. Just the youngest daughter has always been fine. She's always had a good relationship with Santa.
Okay.
So it was what we have learned with just an oldest daughter is that it's more about she needs to experience something first for her to truly conceptualize something.
Fair.
And we just know that that's her personal tendency, and that's why we always try to give her maybe more chances than that maybe for like other children maybe wouldn't get as many chances like that. Yeah, Liz is right. If you're under the age of 12 without a supervising adult, you should not be here right now.
Yeah, I was like, for so many reasons. I was like, first of all, you're not allowed on Twitch if you're under the age of 13. It was a trick question! But also, it is very past your bedtime if you're under 13, 12, whatever I said. This has to be Christmas.
Isn't that wild that I told this story when this crossword puzzle was available? That's weird, right? Yeah.
Well, I thought the answer was Christmas. Oh, because it's a Celtic holiday, not... In my head, I read Celtic, I put in pagan, and I was like, Christmas. There's no M. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Celtic, pagan, potato, potato.
What is this? Co-opted Celtic holiday. Okay. No, I wanna... How do I get rid of a letter? No, how do I get rid of a letter? There we go. Anyways, the drinks are kicking in.
Good night, Liz.
Oh, good night, Liz.
Unless that's just you saying it is past your bedtime, but you're still staying here, then good on you for
then
being irresponsible.
fucking stay. Okay. Attack just said Halloween. Oh, is Halloween a Celtic thing?
Do we have the letters for that?
Let's find out. I don't have the brain power to do it in my head right now, so we're gonna do it like this. Anyways, hey, if you're in my Discord, you're running out of time. Words. Be separated. To vote on whatever game we're gonna play after this for our long form game. I have a plan for our short form games. I have a plan for those. Whether the plan actually happens or not is a whole other fucking thing, because as we went over, I'm doing like 2.5 jobs because I don't know how to say no to things, it turns out. I might be at 3.5 jobs soon. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
That's why we're playing Persona 5, because you can't say no.
God, right? Yeah, it's, you know what? Normally, it's like, wait till I ask. At this point, I'm 3 drinks deep, and we don't need to do the crossword. So give me a reasonable second to try to figure it out myself, and then you can say stuff. It's fine. Yes, so I don't know how to say no to things, so I might be doing something else sort of soon-ish, potentially. James already knows about it, because I told him about it the other day, because I had feelings wrapped up in it.
Yes, lots of feelings.
But it'd be cool, and also more work. But also, who knows? I don't know. Oh, speaking of things we've talked about, I was gonna post a picture. I hit too many buttons. The stamps showed up the other day. I have my D&D stamps. They're so pretty. I'll post a better picture in the Discord later. I'm so excited. They're very pretty, and so people who, I don't use stamps very often for business stuff, but if somebody orders just stickers, stamps get used. And so I'm excited to have like good stamps instead of just fucking, I think the last time I got Forever stamps, I got elephants, which are very cute. But it was like the coolest like fucking patriotic flag thing that I could get. I'm excited to have D&D things.
Anytime we've had to send letters out, like birthday cards to like cousins or anything like that, we overbought our Christmas stamps to the point where it feels wasteful to go back out and buy more stuff. So they continue to get Christmas stamps throughout the whole year because we overbought like last year.
Incredible. I should save my fucking game. Someone recently did that. Let's just say no to protect your peace. What did I do? Oh, to jobs, to too many jobs.
Yeah, say no to gerbs.
Liz, it is partially related to the DM that I sent, the DMs that we exchanged the other day. It's partially related to that. That's all I'm gonna say. And I feel like you are in the camp of having 3 entire brain cells and not just 2. I feel like that, because I think we've been over that I believe that there's 3 categories of people. And I think James missed this before. Because I think it was in the beginning part of a stream previously. As I think that there are people who have 3 brain cells, which is the best case scenario. There are people with 2 brain cells that they can hopefully rub together to come up with a thought. And then there's people that are desperately holding on to their last one. That's the categories of people. And I was like, Liz is firmly a 3 brain cell. I like to believe. James, you're definitely a 3 brain cell. I might be slipping into 2, but
No, no.
I've been having a time. I think I'm allowed. Okay, so I can't go into Mementos at night. Nobody else is around, so I guess I do darts with somebody. Or not by darts, I meant jazz club. Those are the same thing.
Those are the same thing.
I hit darts because I said darts is a joke. That's fine.
Yeah. Much like the way I play darts, jazz is all about the music, the notes that you don't play, and darts is all about the spaces I don't hit.
Okay. See, we walked around the block, and now we're here. This is fine. Hey, oh, happy birthday, Sassy! I think she already left. January 19th is her birthday. Okay. Invite someone. Okay, so Haru had a dope-ass thing, and I feel like she needs to be in my... I should double-check and see if there's anybody else that's gonna be harassing me into going into their bedroom. I
think you've gotten everyone.
I feel like I've gotten everybody.
Yeah, Matt Mercer will not be bothering you.
Because I don't think I get an evolved form of Akechi's. That would be insane. Or do I already have it? I don't remember anymore. I'm gonna have to look in a second. Hold on. Let's.
What do you want to do?
No, I'm cancel. Hold on. I have questions now. I don't remember what button it is.
Hit all the buttons.
We've been playing this game for 200 hours. And I still don't know what button it is. Where do I want to look for people's shit stats?
Stats, and then find the character.
Catchy. Stats.
Go to Persona.
Is that a final version?
No.
Okay.
But it's automatic. It will automatically happen. There was nothing you need to do about it.
All right. So let's see. Who else have I maxed out? I maxed out Ryuji. I know his oopsies. Big oopsies.
Benched
okay.
him.
Yeah, I'm so sure we did that one. That looks evolved.
Yes.
Morgana, I didn't... Oh, I maxed out by default, because that one's a story-based one. So I can't do anything about that. That'll probably just trigger anyways, because I can't choose to spend time with you. Or did I already do your thing?
Yeah, he's already leveled up. He's Diego.
Okay.
All of the evolved persona are the name of the real, quote-unquote, real name of the original persona.
Okay. I didn't max you out, so you're not gonna happen. Gwen, fuck yes. Haru, we just did. This gives me... I don't know why. I don't know why, but when this scene was happening, I was like, oh yes, Carmen Sandiego. No idea why. Take that how you will. Yours is gonna apparently pop off at some point, because I can't choose to spend time with you anyway, so I'm just kind of stuck.
Right.
I'm working on leveling you up. You evolved. That's me. Okay, oh yeah, so we're good. So it's just...
That's me. I'm Death incarnate.
It's me! Death incarnate! Alright, so I just gotta wait for Akechi's to trigger, and I have to work on leveling up Sumire. Where... Oh, fucking Christ. I know I want you... I guess we're taking Akechi off for right now. And yeah, it's me and the ladies. Confidant.
There's nothing wrong with that, especially if you read it in the smut book.
Exactly. Sumiri's at 7. Okay, so we've got some progress. Oh, maybe I should spend time with Sumire here to get music notes. That probably feels smart.
That is some that's some 3 brain cell move right there.
Oh, I only want 2 brain cells. I only have 2 hands. All right, yeah, go do that. Girl gang.
What? I'm still processing what you said.
I only have 2 hands, 1 for each brain cell. Hi. Do you miss Dad, or do you need to poop?
You know,
These are the 2 emotions.
That's often a problem in our house too.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay, come here. Come here. Do you want to hang out in my lap for a little bit again? Because you're near me, you're not near the gate. So we're going to do this. We're just going to have a little tucker for a little bit.
Flash, I did short circuit. I am in the microphone. There's a lot of electronics in here.
That's true. Many electrons and neutrinos. Oh, she's not wearing her fucking scarf now.
Again, I think it's only in his imagination.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. Hi. Mwah. Mwah. Is it difficult? Oh my god, has this woman never been to a cafe or a restaurant or literally anything? Dear Lord.
She's also gone through a lot of trauma.
That's
Maybe
true.
Her sister has. She hasn't. That does look like a fun drink.
It does look like a fun drink. What do we think they're drinking? Because it is very purple.
Probably some grape juice in there, some tonic water
Ooh.
or seltzer.
I wonder if it's something that's got any of that butterfly pea stuff in it. Because it turns purple with acid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so butterfly pea tea is like it's butterfly pea as in PEA. It's a flower, and it makes a blue tea. It's one of the few like naturally occurring like blue things, and because blue is actually very rare in nature. But if you add acid to it, like a little bit of lemon juice, it turns purple.
Huh. Well, I mean, I'm looking closely. It looks like they have a lime and a lemon on their drink.
There we
so
go.
maybe
That
that's
could
where
do
the acidity is coming from.
You have a leaf stuck to you? You have a leaf stuck to you. When did you pick up a leaf? Because you don't get to like walk outside unassisted very often, and we don't have trees in our backyard. Because we're in Texas. Mwah. Okay, we're just having a conversation about meal prep. That's fine.
A totally normal thing to talk about at a jazz club.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally adults.
I feel a little strange.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a fun day tomorrow.
right.
Having adult responsibilities tomorrow. I have 2 separate repairmen coming to fix 2 separate things in my house, and I hope
see
they
you
come at the
tomorrow.
same time, and they kind of like West Side Story snap at each other, and that's my secret hope. But they're probably not going to show up at the same time. But
I really like when
my-
UPS and FedEx show up at the same time. That feels like a real turf war.
Yeah. And then DHS is like, hey, I want to be there too. And they're like, get out of here, kid. Okay.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just missed Dad.
One of the things that is broken in our house is partially my garage door. And I say partially because the door opens and closes if I push the button on the inside.
Okay.
My garage door opener will open up Jamp's garage door, no problem, so I know the batteries are fine. It will open my garage door. It will not close my garage door, though. So, like, when I'm coming home from work...
What a weirdly specific problem.
I know. Like, I'm coming home, coming down the street, I'll push the button, the garage door will open. When I leave to go, like, grocery shopping or if I'm going into the office... It will not close my garage door. The garage door isn't blinking like there's something obstructing it or like the sensor is broken or anything like that. It just will not close. I have to open up Jamp's garage door, manually close mine, walk out through her garage door, and then close her garage door with my garage door opener. And it's such a weirdly, it's very specific because I'd understand if it didn't open and close. Like there's something wrong with the remote or the receiver.
Yeah.
But no, it reads the, hey, I need to open command, but it will not do the, it wants me to close command.
So weird.
I know, and when I called the repair company that's specifically
What do you
garage
wanna do?
doors, I explained that to them. They're like, are you sure it opens? I'm like, yes, it opens. It just will not close. And like, so they're gonna come out, and then the other thing that needs to be fixed is my stovetop. I have a glass top stovetop, and a while ago, one of the burners shorted and it fried the best way I could describe it is the clip part that connects the power wire to the heating element. underneath the glass. And the repair company repaired the burner, but they did not repair the cable, and now the clamp is like completely, or the clip is completely fried for whatever reason, so it's not receiving any power.
Good night, Sassy. I definitely thought you had already gone to bed at some point, but good night. So I hope you get more than a half-hour sleep this evening.
Night, Sassy.
Yeah, look at the new 2024 rules for the monk, and if you can't get access to them, I will get them to you. Because, shit, Krilla could be real OP.
Well, Krilla's already OP. Let's be real.
Krilla is incredible. I think it's the accent, personally.
Oh, 100%. Ghost, yell at me.
The fuck?
The fuck?
Hell, Tucker, you had disappeared. You went to a different part of the room? Okay, I can't explain to everybody else what just happened. What I saw is he was in my lap. I was holding him. He was very cute. And then he wanted to get down. So I put him on the floor, and he walked away. He left. I'm pretty sure he went to where the doorway is to my room, to my office. And I could only, like, barely kind of see him. So anyways, I just turned to look at Griff, and Tucker is sitting right next to me, staring at me. And I don't know when he got back over here. I was not anticipating him being there, and it freaked me the fuck out.
Come play with us forever.
It felt like that. It felt a lot like that. Oh my god, it's already 9:40.
Wow.
Fucking wild.
I know, time flies when we stay on one social link for 4
Right?
minutes.
God, Samira just wanted to talk and talk and talk, and Mishima just wanted to talk and talk
I
and
know.
talk. So many things.
You know,
All right.
girls, right? Talk.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I feel like Gwen would want to go to the place that I just unlocked that has a bunch of books.
Ooh.
Maybe that's the new thing I try to do with my remaining free time things. It's like, I'll evolve everybody's shit, and then maybe I try to get more things from my shelf.
There you go. Yeah. Why don't you take one to the books place?
Is that what it actually? No, she already gave me a baseball thing. I already have hers. Fuck.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could still take her places.
I mean,
you know?
I can, but I want to like accomplish shit.
Hey, girlfriend. I would love to take you to this place I know you would love, but I need to accomplish shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna give me anything to put on my shelf for it. So, okay. Oh yeah, it does say enter mementos right there. It does actually tell me I need to do that. Okay, so I do think I have everybody's shit updated, upgraded, evolved. That's what I was looking for. Other than Akechi, and it's not, I don't think I can force that one. The rest of them are done.
You cannot force Akechi, that's correct.
So I can try to still bump up Samire. So mementos is a separate thing from going back into the palace. So we have to do mementos, lose a day to that, and then eventually go back into the palace. Is this correct?
That's correct. So you need at least 2 days before.
Okay.
You would need 2 days, one for mementos, one for the palace. And I know you can clear both in a single attempt. So it's not like this is going to take, like, if you can get through Shido's palace in 1 day, which is the longest palace in the game, you'll be able to do mementos in 1 day and then do the rest of the palace in another day. So you technically have 12 days to putz around.
Okay. I'm gonna guess that Samire is not, is it, James, legitimate strategic question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth maxing her shit out?
It is, because you get better medicine that you can buy from her store that like does more healies, does more SP things, and then there's like an SP3 bandage, which will, it's an accessory. If you equip it on all of your characters, every turn they will regenerate 5 SP per turn.
Okay, maybe. Okay, so I can either do that. I could check out. I kind of want to check out the. Oh, I can't go to that new place.
Yeah, you can. The only way you can check it out is by taking someone on like a social link, quote unquote, date there, or like going with your bro.
Go. I won't let me take somebody. Okay. So, I guess I can't do anything right now other than go to Mementos. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Fucking fuck. Alright. Well, God, how do I get in there? Do I go to the cafe?
Yeah, you get the gang together.
Hide out. That sounds right.
How are you?
I like how Sojiro just doesn't even leave anymore. He's
Yeah,
like, "There are
he's
you kids. You kids talk about whatever the other dimension is. That's fine. Whatever. I'm just gonna smoke here."
Oh.
I do like that Gwen is sitting right next to you.
Of course.
I feel like that's deliberate.
Okay, here's the question. Is it deliberate or is she always there regardless of who you're dating?
I honestly don't remember because of my 4 playthroughs. Gwen was the person I picked twice.
Because Gwen is the fucking best!
Yeah, do you want me to quote here? Someone put this in the quotes. Yes, Gwen is the best.
Okay. James. Breach question.
Okay.
I feel like there was a clear turning point in which it was like Gwen's trust in Vasile was kind of broken. I think we can both agree on that.
Yes, we can both agree on that.
Let's assume for a moment that trust was still there.
Uh-huh.
Regardless of the potential weirdness of player-on-player PC on PC romance, do you think there is a world in which there would have been, when you say Gwen is the best, do you think there's a world in which Vasile would have been like, yeah, we could go out to a dinner and have a date?
You mean with all of that downtime we've had in the breach?
I'm saying the world is not ending. Something else has happened. We have met. We have interacted, and you know Gwen as you know Gwen. Is that a thing that you think that Vasile would be like, yes, this like magic user, this background, these things, this personality? Is that something where you'd be like, hey, we should go get coffee sometime? I'm so curious.
I think it's possible.
Okay.
I'm also the type of player who yes ands a lot. Like, I think anything is possible in D&D. I think that could have been a possibility. I think because despite the differences, I think the backgrounds were similar. And I think I mentioned that either last week or the week before. I will say it is weird because, like, as you're introducing your character and as Gwen evolved, I'm like, oh, this is Makoto. This is weird because Makoto was my favorite character in Persona 5. Like,
I guess that does kind of impact it a little bit on, like, you, James, already had an established feeling, thoughts, whatever, towards Makoto. I guess there is that. Because as you were talking, I was like, when you're like, oh, I like to yes and, I'm like, no, it's like, let's remove the character from it. Like, let's not say Jen did a thing that gave you an opportunity to yes and that. It's like, how you picture Vasile, do you think that could have been a thing toward, like, if they existed in a weird bubble? But I do understand that is very clearly tainted by your interactions with Makoto in this game, considering how similar they fucking ended up being.
Yeah.
So I imagine that there is a hard part to filter out there.
Yeah. I think from Vasile's perspective, I could see it. I could see that it's not a. I would say it's possible. It's hard to say just given player bias and then everything that has happened.
Yeah.
Narratively.
Yeah. If it helps at all, there was definitely a world in which I could potentially see that evolving to a point where, like, you and I, as people, would have a conversation. We're like, how do you feel about PC on PC romance? And then he hid the scroll, and it got real bad, and I went, that is so good. But there was a world in which I saw that being, like, a thing that maybe, like, as players, we need to have a conversation about. It's like, oh, I was like, because initially, when everything started, and then everything started breaking bad, I was like, Gwen was definitely in a place where Vasile was the only person she felt like she could trust. So it's like,
oh, no, that
I
makes
could,
it even
right?
tragic.
It gets so bad. It makes it so much worse. It gets so bad. There was definitely a point where I was like, cool. I was like, Vasile was the person she could trust the most, which is why she told you some of the things she told you. When it was like, when we were first escaping the city, and it was like, I'm experiencing this, and I don't have an explanation for it, and it's scaring me, and I don't know what it means. That's why she told you that stuff. Where it was like, she trusts you, 'cause she doesn't know what the fuck is up with anybody else. And then, the moment my mentor / father figure gave you a scroll and you didn't tell me about it, that, like, that's why her reaction was so, like, fuck you, and if you remotely, not even actively lie, but hide anything from me again, I will end you where you stand. That's why it went to that extreme. Because it was like, you were the person she could trust, and then it turned out, no, she couldn't. It was bad.
And, you know, that's fair. That's fair. And I know we've hashed that moment a lot because I the player was operating under a faulty assumption that like how I James interpreted what Arturo told me.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I feel like the way you, James, interpreted what that NPC said and meant very much also feels like the way that like it didn't feel like it was just a you thing. It was like you, the player, were operating with the same information your character was. And I was operating with the same information my character was, where I was like, I have a history with this person. So when he says something cryptic like, you'll know, I'm like, nobody else, like, I know that about that NPC, be like, to have a conversation with him, to be like, nobody else is gonna know about your cryptic bullshit. Nobody else is gonna know how to translate that. So when you tell somebody else, oh, you'll know when the timer's right, no, they won't. They won't, because your interpretation of that is completely different than theirs, and fuck you for hiding this from me, thinking somebody else would reveal it to me at the right time. They're not gonna do it unless a god literally comes down and tells them to.
Which, you know, for Vasile is like, yeah, that's normal, you know? Let's
Yeah!
talk about all the time.
Yeah, like, that's the thing, it's like Gwen is furious with Vasile, and will remain that until either of them die, or all of this ends and it gets to be a real conversation where it could be like, here's why I was so upset about it. It's either that or she dies believing fuck you. And that's not a thing that I, Jen, hold against James the player. I understand the way it was set up. And it was like, hoo boy. But Gwen is like, no, fuck you, but also fuck you to Arturo for being like his cryptic shit that he's done for the 7 years that she's known him. And she's like, I've had 7 years to figure out what that is. Nope, these other people have known you for 3 weeks. That's not gonna fly.
Yeah. Flash, if that wasn't a clear enough answer from Jen, you know, Gwen and Stromith make a wonderful couple.
I feel like as far as the regular relationship, patching that up, because there's definitely like a void there for sure. I feel like if we both lived through the end of whatever this is, and all get to have our decompression point after that, I feel like if Vasile did not reach out to Gwen first, Gwen would reach out to Vasile and be like, we should have a conversation and try to hash out the like, here is why I was the way that I was after this moment. Here's what that moment actually meant for me. Because at this point, nobody actually truly knows what happened with that scroll. Artemisia is the closest to knowing. everybody else who was in the Maria mindscape has potentially some idea if they have two brain cells to rub together. So we know Rika has no idea.
Yeah. And the irony is that Vasile was the one person who did not go into the mindscape.
Exactly. So it's like Vasile has no idea. Artemisia is probably the closest to knowing. I feel like Nico would just be like, it's some wizard shit, and just just move on. And Rika would have no idea there's anything to actually look at. I feel like if we both lived to the end of whatever this is, that there would be a conversation like, here's the thing, like, assuming it didn't, and here's the thing, as I say, assuming it doesn't come up in the next couple of in-game weeks, we've reached a point where I think Gwen is gonna have to be like, everyone needs to know that I am two people. I feel like that's gonna come up very quickly for a variety of reasons. If that hadn't happened, to be like, I am two, have this conversation with Vasile to be like, I am these two people. Here's what this means. Here's what that scroll was that you had. Here is why I was so angry about what happened with, as far as like my relationship with Arturo goes, and the fact that he gave you the scroll, and here's why I was so angry with you for this thing, and just be able to hash all that out. And I don't think it would be fixed remotely immediately, but I do think there is a path along which they could at least be not necessarily friends, but be friendly with each other after all of that transpires. I think there is a path to that.
Well, I mean, I think in realistic terms, we're at the point where we get to write the ending of this story the way that we want to, so...
There is also that. Yeah, I did, for the record, I did float it by Mally and be like, hey, James and I have already talked about that if we get to a point where we agree that, like, we don't think Breach is ever going to happen again, I'd still like to think that after the move is entirely done, maybe. But if we get to a point where it's certainly not going to happen, that you and I want to have a conversation of, like, here's all the stuff we didn't get to, here's backstory things, here's all of this, like, and have a conversation where we could reveal all that to each other, she is super down to join us for that. She was like, I would love to talk about why Artemisia's name is Artemisia and not what her real name is. And I was like, that was a hell of a sentence to lead with. Yes, you need to be a part of this. So, like, that sounds like it could be a thing. Probably on stream, because I know some people are invested in that. And be able to talk about all that stuff. So.
Here's a difficult question.
Right.
Oh, no.
What do you think you personally, Jen, would have more fun doing? Having the decompression stream of talking about story beats where we think our characters would be going, what we want the ending to be, or to actually try to cobble together a regular playing to actually complete the Breach.
Here's the thing I'm going to regret saying on the internet, but I'm 3 cocktails deep, so here we go. I would love to actually be able to finish the story as it was intended. I don't think that even if we play more, we will finish it as intended. And I say that having played another campaign, that I think, how do I want to phrase this? I think that the players are still invested in seeing the end of the story. I do not think the DM is invested in seeing the end of the story. I think that's the best way to phrase that. I think they have lived in it long enough to move on. So I think if we played more to get to an end of it, I think we will, like, speed run an end just to close it out. And so part of me is like, I don't want that. Like, I want the opportunity to potentially play it out to the end, but I don't think we're going to play to an end that satisfies us. And so as much as I don't like the idea of it never happening again, and we can kind of, like, headcanon our ways to an end, I think that that's probably the better option for the players based on my observations of what I think is likely to happen from previous experience.
Yeah, I also agree, and not just because of either like previous experience from the DM, but just in a lot of campaigns I've played in, it has been there's a burnout. There's a
Yeah.
DM burnout, and like I even feel it with campaigns I've run that you just want to kind of get to the finish, like kind of like with Persona. You've played 200 hours, like let's just get to the end. Let's finish it. So I get that, but I think narratively it will be more satisfying for us to headcanon our way to it, because then it's almost like a period from the end of the campaign in the way on our terms.
Yeah. So, I want to, like, wait until all the shenanigans are all done. All the life shenanigans are all finished. And see. But otherwise, yeah, I want to, like, I've already told Jeff about the idea if he wants to get in on it. Mally's very aware of it. I'll make sure E is aware of it and be like, hey, if it's not going to happen again, James and I want to have a conversation about all the things that didn't come up about our characters and, like, how we imagine things kind of end or could progress and, like, what all that looks like. And it's like, if anybody else wants to be involved in it, you're more than welcome to, but nobody has to. So, we'll see. I don't know.
Agreed.
Yes.
Mildly, like... Oh, go ahead.
It was the perfect timing of the like the somewhat voice acted Matt Mercer go, indeed. I'm like, see, Matt Mercer said indeed. Jen, we have to do this.
I don't think
Once
so.
Ashley is done putting down her pen, writing all of this fanfic after everything we just talked about.
Right? I still want to know what Ashley's fanfic for Breach would have looked like.
Me too.
So badly.
I'll take even just like bullet points. Like it doesn't need to be the
Yeah.
actual.
You know what? I would take an outline. So I think it was last weekend, so not, a few days ago, but previous weekend. Jeff and I got to be in a one-shot, where he reprised his character of James, that I fucking love. And
Chat, to be clear, she is not talking about me.
Yeah, Jeff did not pretend to be this James. He is a warlock named James. James Domhnall, it's fucking great. He's a warlock who's got some shenanigans happening.
Not to be confused with James, who plays a warlock.
Yeah, oh god, yeah! Yeah, it was mildly less confusing before you did that multi-class.
Don't worry, I got Jeff into Emil's backstory, so it's a full circle.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm just gonna be mad about that forever. But I played a version of Callista in this one shot. And it was super fun and it was great, and I was so glad that he got to do his old character and I got to do my old character. And we had a real life sword involved in it. It was great. Mally brought a literal sword. I was so happy.
Awesome.
So, I haven't gotten to, play any more of Gwen since our last session of Breach, but I do like that Callista gets to pop up every once in a while and do wild things. We played a variation on Sheep Shot. So it was my first time being able to play Sheep Shot, which was very nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, but it was a good time. I greatly enjoyed it. I didn't get to cast my favorites, but we were just level 5, so I didn't get to cast Harm. But I did get to do Call Lightning is always great. Mm-hmm. You gotta love a Call Lightning. Yeah. So we had a wonderful time. God, I'm trying to remember what Jeff did as James. I think the last one shot we did where he played James, he did animate objects on a fucking chandelier.
So you beautied and the beasted.
It was, yeah, that's exactly what happened. It got very bad very quickly. What was the big things we got to do? I did get to Dimension Door in a way that was on the one hand you're like, Dimension Door is not a big deal. No, I fucked some shit up with a well-placed Dimension Door.
I'll play along for now.
I love playing spellcasters. They're great. D'Angelo should be actually very very pleased that I'm thinking about playing a monk instead of a spellcaster, because I would make his life miserable. I'm gonna make it miserable anyways as a monk, but at least I won't be able to just appear places. Are we still talking?
Yeah. So, Ashley was saying she's struggling with the fanfic.
Fair.
I think if we do the big breach debrief, I think then we can dedicate our time to helping contribute to the fanfic.
Oh my god, I love this. We do like a big anybody who wants to be involved in it, we all get to talk about all about things with our characters and where we saw things going, and then the rest of the stream is just Ashley asking questions. Chat can ask questions too, but Ashley gets to ask questions. I love this. This is beautiful.
I occasionally have good ideas.
Yes. Axe says Way of the Shadow Monk, you can actually just appear places. Oh, perfect. Maybe I'm a monk and I do that, and I get the best of both worlds. I just appear places, and also I can fucking disengage and dodge.
Oh, could you imagine? Oh, I wish Sassy were still awake. I'll remind her. If she chooses to use the new D&D rules and does Way of the Shadow Monk, could you imagine a Way of the Shadow Monk working with Emil and all of the shadow stuff he does naturally?
God.
Let's do it.
There's been some times that you've been like, oh, I can do this, and I'm like, motherfucker.
You haven't. I don't know if you've figured out some things Emil can do, but I am waiting for very specific combat circumstances that are just going to be fun.
Oh, wait. Okay, good. Thank you, Morgana. We want to explore mementos. We're going to do that. Yeah, let's go. I guess there's just two. It's fine. All right, we're going to get in here. We're going to save, and we're going to end, and I'm going to see how things are going at the packing party. Not like I feel like I'm going to be very helpful right now, because I am 3 whiskeys deep, but I can at least go see and maybe help Jeff hobble back.
Yeah, you can direct traffic.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm like, who the fuck is Violet?
Ponytail.
Yeah, it took me a second. I did get there, but I was like, what is happening? Yeah, I guess she has not been in Mementos before. I forgot she was wearing a leotard until she turned around and it was just naked thighs. Oh, boy.
Is this?
Wait till she sees Morgana turn into a bus.
Oh my god, you're right!
I don't know if they can all fit in the Morgana van anymore.
Yeah, this is a lot of people to fit in the Morgana van.
I'd like to imagine they put Robbie Damon on the roof.
I mean,
holding on.
Usually a van, like, you can... Vans I have, unfortunately, been in, especially for Girl Scout camp, is there were 2 rows of 3. And then... the 2 at the front. So there's so we got 3 here, 3 here. Oh, we're still 1 too many. So yeah, somebody needs to be on the roof.
Robbie, go to the roof.
Yeah, right?
Your helmet is very aerodynamic.
Here's the thing is, I would like him to be on the roof because he is the insane one. Ryuji feels like the one who would volunteer for that, to surf on the top of the van. Bus,
Absolutely.
Whatever. Ashley says they use 11 passenger vans in the summer, so 6. So yeah, we'd be fine then. We guys got 9 here. Yeah, I guess these cables are new. It used to just be like weird blood vein things.
Maybe they can borrow Jose's little car with the little clown horn on it.
There we go. Oh. Man, what a quote to have pop up in the chat, because I was reading that and I was like, this feels like a thing that I misspoke. And no, it feels like a... Yeah, I was very drunk at that point, and I do think I did misspeak then. Man, remember Ace Attorney 4 fucking years ago?
Was that really 4 years ago?
Apparently, I love and hate how these have dates tied to them.
Yes.
Woof.
May, nothing big was going on in May 2020.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. I remember when drinking was something you could just tell me to do. Yeah! Yeah, remember when my liver worked better? And I was much younger? God, even 4 years ago me had a hard time with it, and certainly current me.
Yeah. You remember when we had a successful multiplayer farm?
Okay, that successful farm. We had a successful multiplayer stream. I wouldn't know if we had a successful farm. Anyways, everybody drink water.
Our farm was very profitable. all those JoJo Cola cans I threw in there from the fishing pond.
God, that was a lot of fun. We did have a wonderful time doing all of that. I made the joke that the space where your uterus used to be is where the alcohol went. Yeah, man, what if it works like that? That would be great.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's correct. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I just work for a bunch of them.
Right? So when I went on Monday to the dermatologist to do like the full body skin check just to make sure everything was good, it's interesting. I feel like going to a new doctor is a lot like submitting a resume to a job. It's because you'll submit your resume, but then in the application you still have to go over all the things that were in your resume.
And they still make you pee in a cup too.
Right? And then you go into the job and you still the interview and you still have to talk about all the things that were in your resume and on the application. So I go to this doctor and I filled out my entire history, which says I had a hysterectomy in 2016. And yet, without fail, anytime I go to a doctor's office, they'll be like, okay, cool. Like, are you trying to get pregnant or might become pregnant are you pregnant or might you be trying to become pregnant in the near future? And I'm like, no, I had a hysterectomy. Like, okay, great. What was the date of your last period? I had a hysterectomy. So October 2016, I guess.
I'm a bit late.
Yeah, just like a wee little bit. Yeah, it happens so that happened when I went to the dermatologist on Monday. They're like, is there a chance you might be pregnant? I'm like, super no. Like, so wildly no. I can't express to you how much no. Gosh.
How much would you like to bet on it?
Yeah. $800 million, perhaps, from the lottery this past week. Oh, God. Oh, is this you not... Okay, I was like, is this you not being able to turn into a bus anymore for whatever fucking reason?
Oh.
Oh, you're, like, super not bothered by this. The cat turned into a bus, and you're like, oh. It wasn't out of my depth to imagine a cat turning into a car? Hey, Samire? What drugs exactly have you been taking to deal with the death of your sister? Because they must be pretty good.
It's LSD.
It feels like that.
If a car could look sad, Morgana is sadder.
Right? There's definitely no way 9 of us fit in that fucking car, though.
Yeah, just put Robbie on top. It'll be fine.
Oy.
No.
Yeah, let's go already. And we're just gonna save. And I won't... Remember, this is where we ended. So next week, it's gonna be a brand new information that I'm in Mementos. It is raining today that might have an effect on Mementos. Fuck! Big yikes. Oh my god, it's a tutorial! Ah!
We did it. We did it, chat. We did it. We finally
Who was it? Who was it? I need to fucking clip this? There was somebody, I feel like it was Matt, who was like, how are you so late in the game? You're still getting tutorials. It just means you didn't play the game right because you didn't go to do all the things. Ah! And if it wasn't Matt, I apologize. But if it was Matt, fuck you!
You know what you did.
can't believe
You know
we
what's really,
showed
you know what's
like
really
that with her.
unnerving is the fact that I get to hear you like 10 seconds before I see you. So like you're all nice and calm now, but then the image of you on stream just came up very aggressively, but it was just quiet. Like, huh?
What's funny is I thought for sure since we were in the last palace, there was no way there would be another tutorial. We had to be past all of them, so I haven't updated my little graphic thing that could pop up for it. So I can't even bring up the funny little thing, because the dates aren't right. Because I don't remember when the last one was. I don't know. I got rid of that sticky note, because I thought for sure there'd be no way there's any more goddamn tutorials. How have I managed to avoid bad weather for 10 months in the game?
I don't know. It's really impressive. There should be an achievement for it.
There should be! Much like there's an achievement for Stanley Parable for literally not opening the game for like 2 years or whatever it is. It feels like there should be something like that. Like, oh, get to the fucking last palace without bad weather and mementos.
Here, you know what, Jen? I will give you a special achievement that only James can give, and no one else will have it. It's the good sport achievement.
Jesus Christ.
Way to go. You did it.
I don't want your pity achievements. Enemy reinforcements will be more common. God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Let's go.
Wait, did Morgana just say, I don't think we can expect the rain to have much of an impact? So I just got a tutorial. And then, like, 2 other people being like, oh shit, yeah, it's gonna be bad. And then Morgana's like, it's not gonna have much of an impact. What the fuck?
It's time to work.
I'll just.
Anyways, we're gonna save here and end the stream.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, we're fine. We're good. We're so good. We're so good. We're so fine. Everything's so great. It's all Jeff's knee up in this place. Anyways, I'm so curious how packing's going. So I'm gonna go find out and go see if I need to help Jeff hobble back home. Tucker, breathe. Okay, thank you. Where's Griff? Where's Griff? Breathe. Okay, we're good. Everybody's breathing.
Woohoo!
Thank you all for being here. James, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna try to do another stream between now and Wednesday, but I don't know what that's gonna look like because I don't know how the packing for E has gone, and I don't know if Jeff is actually leaving on Sunday anymore or not. So, question mark shrug.